Like 2 weeks.
Well, like
It's
2
delicious.
weeks.
I hate.
Alright, so we are live, and you boys ready to get rolling? All right. So we're back at it again here in D&D. What do you guys remember about last session?
We got drunk.
Kirk slept very comfortable in a couch.
Yeah.
I threw up in my hands, and then I went to bed really upset. Probably hungover now.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got to drink and have fun except for Kirk because he was a baby.
Yeah. He was too busy being a baby to drink. Although, to be fair, Bumble, the dwarf that you met the other night, probably would have given you a drink anyways.
We didn't want to risk that.
Charitable fellow.
Not my son. He's too young. Keep that away from him.
And flumped down, slept comfortably on the floor of the
Yeah, you just kind of fell asleep in the middle of the kitchen, as far as I remember. Nikobar, you got kind of ushered into. Now that you're like waking up early in the morning and looking around, this appears to be some kind of like walk-in pantry, but there's been like a futon that's set up inside it.
Fantasy futon.
Such complicated technology.
Yeah.
How do they manage?
How did they get this from IKEA? IKEA.
Darkle, you were given the biggest bed in the house from the master bedroom, but you didn't like beds, so you fell asleep on the floor instead.
Yeah, Jarkle with the floor.
Yeah, and Gurks, you were brought over to kind of like a chair in a living room. There's no couches in this one. They're just kind of small chairs, which works perfectly for you. And this morning, who's the first to wake up?
I want to say that Jarkle wakes up pretty early just to check on everyone because he's worried.
Okay.
I was gonna say Nikobar, but I guess Charcoal.
Well, I don't know if Nikobar's in the States. He drank the worst.
If I do wake up first, I'm not gonna check on anyone else. I'm just gonna kind of sit there upset that I drank so much.
So maybe he is awake right now, but you don't know. If you are awake, Nikobar, just kind of sitting on your futon, you do hear kind of like some noise of people, like of movement outside of the pantry. Jarkle, as you wake up and begin making your way downstairs from the master bedroom, you come in to see what appears to be Jaren and Abby are like busily like preparing what appears to be a meal. You see on the floor there is a Flumpdunk, your halfling companion that you met the other day, just kind of passed out on the floor with a blanket put over her. Each of them are kind of like carefully walking around her, like trying not to make too much of a commotion as they're working.
Like she's making a bigger commotion than they are.
Yeah, just snoring. The snoring emanating in the room is the loudest thing.
Okay. I imagine Jarkle, he probably isn't very stealthy. I assume they notice him.
Make a stealth check.
I don't, I'm like...
Are you
You could also not do that, but I thought it might be funny.
I'm going to do it. Jarkle doesn't want to wake up the sleeper.
Perform stealth check. Animated GIF of Kratos punching a chest. I mean, I ate my own words here, I guess.
Okay, so you're able to kind of make your way down the stairs without being noticed by anyone. The sounds of the snore like covers up a creak of a floorboard at one point.
Damn, sleep apnea. Need to get that checked out. All right. Is there any signs of where Nikobar would be?
I mean, you were awake last night. Maybe you don't remember that.
So. Nah, I remember. Don't worry.
Roll for memory.
All right. Rolling wisdom.
God. Let's roll every aspect of your life.
Let the dice tell the tale.
I remember mostly. I want to say Jarkle is like avoiding them because he realizes he threw up all over probably their dishes. So he's probably a little like not making eye contact. But he knows where Nikobar is.
Coming downstairs, to get to Nikobar, you would have to get past them. I
mean, yeah, that's why your hosts want, for you to not acknowledge the mess that you did the night before.
Where's Gurks?
I want Dunk to wake up.
Wait, did we even throw up in a sink?
I think
or like a garbage or anything. Like
we threw up over dishes. I'm pretty sure we found a sink with the dishes in it. Yeah, I know.
Well, before Dunk wakes up, do you do anything else, Jarkle, or are you just gonna stand there?
I want to say he's kind of frozen because he's like David, doesn't really know what to do in the situation. So he's just...
Okay. All right, Dunk. You kind of like you give like a. You manage to wake up.
Are you making breakfast?
What the fuck is that voice? There's no way you could be able to keep that up, man.
And Jaren kind of continues working, but Abby takes notice of you. She looks down. She says, "Oh, good morning. I hope we didn't wake you."
Oh no. Well, you're making breakfast?
Yes, we thought as a token of our gratitude, we'd do that for everyone. It's going to be ready in a little bit now. If we figured we'd let everyone sleep as long as they need.
Oh, okay. Do you have anything in the meantime? Any snacks?
And she kind of looks at Jaren for a second and assigns something towards him as he nods, as he pulls out what appears to be an apple and tosses it to you.
All right. She drops it.
Drops it.
But yeah.
So you like go to catch it, but it falls out of your hands. You're like, oh.
Yeah, probably just like hits her on the face.
Doesn't even manage to grab it. It's kind of like her hand goes like across her face as she misses it entirely and hits her in the nose.
Yeah.
Anyways,
she has pretty good dexterity. That doesn't make any sense.
Bonk.
Oh well. She's sleepy though. So
okay. She fall back asleep.
No, but she sits down and eats the apple.
Okay.
And gives other people a chance to
so,
do stuff.
Jarkle, do you just kind of stand there awkwardly the whole time?
Oh, he completely freezes up and hopes they don't notice him.
All right.
Like all his muscles are tense and he's like on his
stand
tippy
ever
toes.
so still.
Yeah.
You become invisible.
About 20 minutes passes and they seem to be about ready to serve.
You got good balance, dude. Damn.
I'm strong. I'm athletic.
As Abby says, I'll get a Jarkle up as she like goes towards the stairs and starts heading towards where you are. And as she looks up at the stairs with you just standing, she says, "Oh, good morning."
And our Jarkle starts stretching. So sore. Long night.
I also imagine that at this point, like you're probably like standing about as tall as the ceiling is, so your like head is kind of like a little bent.
Oh yeah, he looks like an ogre. He's like barely fitting in there. It's like that big giant from the first Harry Potter movie. Less gross. Good
morning.
What?
We've prepared breakfast for everyone. You please join us.
I would.
Good morning.
Jarkle waves like kind of like half-heartedly at Flontank.
She waves vigorously in response.
Dunk. Jaren kind of like looks towards you and tries to get your attention. And as you're looking at him, he makes like he points towards the living room area. He makes like a sleeping hand gesture, and then he makes like a really weird face of like I don't know. It kind of looks like he's like trying to make the face of Gurks.
Okay, sure. Oh,
that's racist.
What is it? Well, what are you saying?
And he just kind of like gestures towards the living room, and then like goes, come here into the kitchen.
Oh, what? You want me to come closer? Okay. Do you need to whisper it? What's going on?
He kind of like looks at you for a second, kind of confused, and then he claps a couple times, and Abby is like, "Oh, excuse me," and then she goes downstairs away from Jarkle and says, "Yes." You see him turn back and forth. She says, "I'll do it. Don't worry about it." And then Abby like leaves you behind and goes in the living room. And Gurks, you're woken up.
Oh boy! But this whole time, Gurks has been was asleep. By the way, this is the most comfortable he's slept in a long time.
Yeah, this is like high living for you right now. It's just like you had a good blanket. You were warm all night on a cushion. Like holy crap!
Yeah, so Kirk was totally sleeping until this moment. So I guess the moment Abby approaches him, he just kind of wakes up like, oh my God, I was asleep. Oh, and he's just in Goblin. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, Clark, I'm ready.
And then, when you kind of look up and kind of come to, you wake up from the pile of drool that you were coming off of, and look up saying, I'm ready. And Goblin and Abby just kind of like looks at you, and she has this like, she's always been uncomfortable around you in the last like couple days that you've known her, and at this point, it's kind of gone from like this discomfort of like she is afraid of you to just like she's not sure what to think of you right now.
Goblin spit stays forever.
Gonna staying into that chair for good. That was my chair, damn it. It says, breakfast is ready.
Breakfast? You mean like an early meal?
Yeah.
Garrett gets to have an early meal?
As you wake up and you're like, breakfast, a real meal? And your like nose picks up on it of just like smell of something cooking something sweet. As well as something savory.
This is a much higher spectrum of smell and flavor that I'm used to. Just cooking in the wild.
It's real catching you off guard.
So I guess without even thinking, he just jumps out of his chair and immediately runs to the kitchen, wanting to know what's that smell.
Yeah. Coming in, you see Jaren that's like actively putting. For everyone else, you're able to recognize it's a bunch of porridge that he's dishing into some bowls, as well as a cook of side of bacon that's being kind of like put out on a plate in front of it. As you smell, I'll say for Dunk in particular, you probably have a pretty good idea of like what's in it. So you can smell like apple cinnamon porridge being served.
I just rolled a sleight of hand to try and grab some of the bacon.
Okay. You get your hand in there real quick, and you take a slice of bacon off the end that there's enough there that it's probably not going to be noticed. But yeah, they all welcome you guys to a hearty breakfast this morning. Nobody gets Nicobar, I guess.
I think Nicobar there would get him.
It's an intoxicating aroma I smell.
Yeah, it's probably like after everyone's already sitting down and eating that like Nicobar, your stomach grumbles, and then you catch a smell and you're just like, hey, what's going on out there? And you come out to everyone already eating without you.
Charcoal wouldn't do that. If you'd noticed Nicobar wasn't there.
I was gonna say, like, Nicobar turns his gaze towards Jarkle in an accusatory, traitorous.
Yeah, I was about to say, Jarkle wouldn't. This is against character, not lore, not canon.
All right. Yeah, Jarkle got it in the morning.
Yeah, Jarkle.
To be fair, you're pre-hangover.
We pray over food. He whispers that to Nicobar. We haven't prayed over food before. We're not going to start doing that, are we?
Well, you can if you'd like. Doesn't exactly come from the ocean, but
Charcoal looks really scared hearing that.
Everyone is as the bacon is kind of distributed, it is allotted that everyone gets like 2 slices of bacon, which is a lot because there are a lot of people here right now. But when it's all distributed, there's like only 1 piece left, and Abby's just like, oh, that's okay. I only need 1.
Oh, here, dear, you can have one of mine.
You are small; it would make sense.
Oh no, it's quite all right. I really only need 1.
Oh, if you insist.
Jarkle gives her his bacon.
I think Dirks realizes what is happening mid-bite, so he just kind of picks it out of his mouth and kind of just he hands it like, do you want it?
Gurks does that, or
Gurks.
Yeah, she's like, no. It's really all right, all of you. Please, just we did this for you. It's fine.
Okay.
I
swore an oath of honesty.
She kind of stopped you there, putting her hand in front of you. It's like, Taco, please. No, honestly, it's fine.
Hey, if you're not going to eat it.
You likely need a lot more food than I do.
Ghosts have no idea that humans were such good cooks. I've never seen meat that looks like this.
You know she has a point. He's very large. He needs the extra bacon, right, big guy?
Jarkle's stomach does crumble, and then Jarkle begrudgingly accepts it.
I sneer over at Jarkle.
When you hear that I can't believe humans are such good cooks, you kind of get Jaren's attention with you talking as he kind of like pokes Abby. She basically translates what you said, and you see him like give you a big smile and 2 big thumbs up.
He just returns the gesture and keeps eating, not even thinking much about it.
Well, okay. Since I've got you all here at this table,
since I have finally gathered you all.
well, okay, let's try to learn something about each other. Well, if we're gonna spend some time, we should team building. All right, let's go around the circle and tell us something we don't know about each other. Okay. Let's start with Grumpy Sourpuss over there.
Wait, which one of the two is?
Jarkle looks immediately Nikobar. Yeah.
Nikobar doesn't notice that you said that, and he looks out of his the palm over his face but everyone like, oh, me? Okay.
Come on. Don't need to be shy.
I like to swim.
Oh.
And that's it. And that's all he says. He's back to eating his food.
Jarkle's so happy to hear that.
Okay, you next, big guy.
Oh boy. Okay. Jarkle's really on the spot. I swore an oath of honesty, courage, compassion, honor, and duty.
Abby, it's just
and I live by that.
Weren't you just saying that a second ago? How is that something we don't know already?
Well, you misunderstand. You cut me off, so I couldn't finish my oath. The oath that my entire life is devoted to. But by the way, he gives like a slight stink eye. And does everyone feel as though courage? Yes. Do we all? And he kind of like nods his head a little.
Yes, courage, all that stuff. Yes.
Compassion.
Thank you. Compassion. Yes. Thank you. 2 C's.
Honor, duty. Now, okay. Here's the thing you don't know about me. I feel bad about the honesty. How do we all feel last night went as far as honesty goes? Not good. Not great.
Oh, well, what happened? What happened yesterday with honesty? Is there something you're not telling us?
Jarkle looks at Gurks, realizing he's not his son, but then just kind of like scrambles his egg into his fork. No, I'm fine. You're right. I was honest.
All right. I'm glad we got that settled.
There's always a use for lying, my big friend. Don't be afraid to use it to your advantage when you can.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
Well, I feel like the one over there hasn't said a word all day, and he's not going to tell us anything. So let's move on to our little son, our little baby of the party.
Greg stops for a second, just like, wait, is she taller than me? I don't think she's taller than me. And he just kind of rubs his head.
Is he doing like the hand like height thing?
Yeah, kind of. But then she starts to thinking, she's like, oh, what can I say? Gurks can talk to orcs. I guess that's not very common between you humans. Gurks can talk to orcs.
Oh. Oh, well, orcs, they're kind of like big goblins, right?
I can't speak orc. Okay.
That big? Like green? I guess orcs are like humans to you.
Yes, they're big-toothed humans with very bad attitudes as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, well, come on. Not all of them have bad attitudes. Well, there was that... Well, okay, no, the fellow in the bar was kind of a grump. Well, I'm sure there's some nice ones.
Yes, I'm sure there's somewhere.
We should endeavor to see the best in orcs.
Just like there's some nice gerblins, like our Gurks here. Well, and on to me, of course. I'll have you know, I was a bit of a pop idol back home. Drove
Oh,
all the
really?
boys wild.
What did you do?
Oh, a little song, a little dance. Maybe someday I'll show you.
Oh,
getting-
please don't.
I'm
Thank you.
getting a real Linda from Bob's Burgers vibe right now.
Oh my god, you're right.
Oh my god.
I totally get what you mean.
Spot on. Yeah.
All right.
Did you know that
Thanks,
Pump Dog is actually voiced by a man?
Pretty much every character in that show, with the exception of what's the name of the little girl?
The rabbit-headed girl.
Yeah, who's voiced by Kristen Scholl, and there's like one other lady in the cast.
Right. It's
Oh, Jenny Slate. I forgot the name of her character though.
Okay.
Anyway, enough about Bob's Burgers.
Fun facts about Bob's Burgers.
There we go. I'm putting down my notes. A pop idol back home, not actually, is actually Linda Belcher.
And she may be inflating her popularity.
Well, Abby here is a minstrel. Maybe she could appreciate your pop idolness.
Oh, what do you play?
I've been learning the lyre for some time now. What of you? What do you play?
Oh, just these both. Well, okay, I play the piano. I'm okay, but really, my true talent is my vocal cords.
A piano, you say?
Yeah. Yes, I tickle the ivories every now and again.
And she looks over towards Gerund and does a sign towards him as he you see his eyes brighten as he looks towards you, as he gives you a come here gesture as he gets up from breakfast.
Well, maybe if you ask.
No, please. We'd love to show you our own.
All right.
Yeah, and as you go in, you actually see a pretty finely made piano in this house within the living room. It's been kind of covered. And you get the impression that, by the coverings and things that have been put on top of it, like a table, you get the impression that it's probably not used a lot.
Mm-hmm.
While everyone's in that other room, Nikobar's just taking more food from the table. And eating.
It's like whatever's left of the porridge, you've got it.
Okay. Oh, yes, that is a piano. Yes, that's what I play.
And so it's would you mind playing us a song?
Oh gosh, what should I play? Here.
Well, if you were something of a star back home, so you have a song.
Play us a song, you're the piano man. Play us a song.
Should I? So I have a piano proficiency. Should I do performance, but I guess I should just hit the piano button.
Yeah, go ahead. And since you're doing a performance, go ahead and add both your bonuses together.
Okay. This is probably going to be her best roll, or her best potential. Blink.
I'll use this musical interlude to
Okay.
grab a drink.
So while playing the piano, you
Oh wait! I should do
do a separate performance check to see your singing.
Yeah, that's what.
Oh, please, critical.
Oh no, it's an actual little critical. Oh no, it wasn't.
It was almost. It was low enough though.
Yeah.
It was not very high though.
Yeah, so you start playing the piano really beautifully, and it's going really well. As you see Jaren has his hand on the piano as he seems to be feeling the vibrations of your playing, and he has a content look on his face. And everyone else you hear a pretty nice song being played on the piano. But then there's a brief pause, and then she just starts belting at the top of her lungs. And Abby's kind of wincing and almost covering her ears. Jaren doesn't seem to be noticing what's going on. He's just kind of nodding as he's like has his hand on the piano. And everyone else, you were completely disrupted by half of the woman.
I was mid-bite, and I dropped my fork with food on it. And like my eyes widened comically.
Yeah, Jarko just had a big smile.
It's like the Niels Suriga Back in Black, Vanessa's Carlton mashup.
I've not heard it, but okay.
It's Making My Way Downtown piano instrumental, but then it's the vocals from AC/DC's Back in Black.
But after a while of you singing that, like a few moments, Abby is just like, very nice. That's good. That's enough.
Oh, I suppose we don't have all day.
Yes, you, a lot of you probably have things to do today. You came in town on business, did you not?
Jarkle does a polite clap while making like eye contact with Girks. It's like, you get it, don't you? Like, yeah, shit.
And Jaren,
I appreciate your honesty, Jarkle.
Jaren gives you a thumbs up.
Honestly, I really enjoyed that.
Oh, thumbs up back. Double thumbs up. Yeah. Offer a high five.
You can't bring your spirits down. You honestly can't.
Humans have a very interesting taste in music.
Jarkle shakes his head just like subtly, like making eye contact.
I yell from my where I'm sitting eating food. I yelled to Girks, "Why don't you play a song?"
Oh no, get explain public? Oh no, never. Girks will never do that.
Okay, very well.
Aww. That was in character, by the way.
You see Jaren signs at Abby, and Abby asks everyone, so what are your plans today?
Wait, you're trying to get out of sharing stuff about yourself. You two still need to go.
She says, something about myself?
Yeah, Abigail, tell us all about yourself.
Or just Abby.
Oh,
Abigail.
It's just Abby.
Abatha?
Abatha?
Abatha.
In my previous town, I was known as the Dancing Queen.
Oh, you must have been having the time of your life.
It was quite a time, yes. I was only 16.
And then you just stop being the dancing queen then?
You can dance.
Well, you see, the life got a little out of hand. It was a lot of people following me around, singing a song at me the whole time. It got really old.
No king and queen ever last forever. Someone bigger will always come in and smash them.
Well, that is true, and I'm helping the matter by coming here to live a quiet life with my uncle.
So you just amassed a bunch of power and then let it go because you got tired.
I kind of looks towards you and says, I never wanted it.
Whoa.
Jarkle doesn't.
He says as
have an
the fantasy
expression for
police
that.
come for
We heard the Dancing Queen is here.
That's so good.
Fire codes has only so many prop princesses in one room.
Hey, Janae, how do I feel after eating a full breakfast?
You're probably still kind of like got a slight headache going on, but you feel like with a good meal in your stomach, you've slept in like a much more real bed than the bed roll that you've been sleeping on, and like you're probably feeling better than you have most days outside of the hangover.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This place is kept pretty warm, so you're finally free of like the cold outside.
Yeah, that's definitely comfy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as far as your comfort level goes, you're probably a lot better than you've been for a while.
I'm tired.
I was gonna get up and say like, "Hey guys, look, we better get a move on. We got things to do."
Oh yeah, it's been so nice here. We could just stay for another day or two.
We can impose. And Jarkle like shakes his finger.
We could, but we really gotta go.
Oh, do we? Must we?
But you never did answer our question. What are you in town for?
Oh, well, I'm just wandering through. I met up with these folks. I was going to tag along with them till I find some.
You came. Oh.
Huh?
Sorry. What were you saying? Finish it.
Oh, well, I've forgotten now.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just saying that you were looking for work, were you not? You are spreading a religion of his?
Sure, yes.
Oh, is that right?
Why, yes. Various reasons, that is certainly one of them. The other ones are strictly confidential. I don't wish to share them.
And Darren does kind of signing back and forth with her for a little while as she says, so, the Order of the Continent actually has need for a lot of adventurers right now. You might have heard of them if you went out last night. A lot of people are talking about what's going on between them and the war and other issues around.
Oh, did you say Gauntlet? I sorry, I misheard you. I thought you said Order of the Condiment, and I was very confused and a little bit excited.
That would be a very different thing, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, quite.
Without a smile.
Well, we were looking into working for the Gauntlet. We found a colorful dwarf who directed us there, and if you have directions to the Gauntlet, it may be a weapon shop. That's for me, not for us. That's for Jarkle.
Oh.
Well, at the moment people say Order of the Gauntlet, Gertz gets kind of nervous and stops eating. It's just like, what would the Order of the Gauntlet want with Gertz?
And she says, yes, you might want to disguise that one again if you plan to do any business with them. They are at war with goblins. You do remember this, yes?
Jarkle's gathering the swaddling cloth. It's kind of like wrapping around his hands.
Well, I understand you're not a great friend of the goblins either, Gertz, are you?
So I've put more thought into it, and maybe it makes more sense to have an hors d'oeuvre of the condiment.
Nicobar does like a really, really slow, condescending clap.
Oh, thank you.
I don't understand. What did you just say? What? You said a word there.
You make an insight check real quick.
Me?
Dunk.
Oh, okay, Dunk.
Oh, Dunk? Okay. Sure.
I was going to say I don't.
Not great.
10. You're fairly sure that you see like the crack of a smirk off of Abby. But it's gone so fast, and she begins talking again, and she says, yes, so she marks where the Order of the Gauntlet's like places on your map, and when you bring up a weaponsmith, she signs back and forth for Jaren for a second. He actually like looks up at you and like has this like smile on his face, and he like bumps his chest with his fist. And Abby says, oh, well, my uncle, he is a blacksmith by trade. Is there something you needed?
Oh, and Jarkle kind of like goes by his pack and says, well, I don't have a halberd right now. Could use a Morning Star.
He's just trying to collect every weapon.
Could use a trebuchet. I'd really like one of those.
I just found something to share. I like collecting weapons. There.
If we got a warboat lying around, that'd be great. Like a galleon, maybe. That'd be nice.
Jarkle's gonna be like those GTA images with the characters carrying every single gun on their back.
Totally.
Korean turtle ship. That'd be nice.
Yeah, so you are told that if you need some kind of weaponry made, or if Jaren already has one on sale, he will give it to you for the cost of materials.
Oh, wow.
That's quite the steal.
Jarkle leans back and whispers into Nicobar's ears, How much money do we have left?
Oh, well, let me check my coin purse.
Gertz thinks for a second, and then he turns back to his belongings and pulls out his shoddy what's that thing called? Pan flute.
I have
hands it to I was gonna say Jarkle. To Jaren, who's just like, will he be able to fix this?
Pan flute made out of wood.
Yes, and a really chatty one, and almost like crappy and broken. And
He kind of looks at it and he kind of gives you a kind smile and shakes his head.
I wanna give Gertz more harmonica.
You want to give you want to give Gertz your harmonica.
I want to offer Gertz.
You want to increase the amount of harmonica that Gertz has.
by one.
By one. Okay.
Like, hey, Gertz, I forgot this. Just waggle it around.
Try to get it.
It doesn't look the same as the one Gertz has, but sure. I guess Gertz will keep it.
All right, I am -1 harmonica.
Hey, Janae, is that
off of the list?
Janae, is that like actually a pan flute? If you think about it, a harmonica is just a modern pan flute. Does that work that way?
Oh, but it's got one of those buttons where it shifts the key or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'll say that yeah, he's like actually pretty good at playing it because it is a similar type of instrument.
Hell yeah.
Okay, Jethro Tull up in here.
So yeah, Gertz, go ahead and mark down that you now have a harmonica.
All right, I have harmonica. I still have my pan flute though.
The harmonica is actually in pretty decent shape.
All right.
So how much money does Nikobar have? I remember we stole all that goblin treasure. I don't think we really spent that.
When you ask that question, Nikobar looks into his pouch and sees that he has not as much as he thought, and then looks up at Jarkle and says, "My money is my own concern. How much do you have?"
Jarkle just empties out his pockets. He kind of like counts the few gold that's in there. I have 10 gold right now.
Realizing that he has a little bit more than him, Nikobar kind of like smiles and says, yes. Well, if we pulled that money, we might have a fortune then, I suppose."
Which weapon in particular did you want to try to get?
Would a halberd be 10 gold or a little more than 10 gold?
I'll have to look up the actual price. I could say I can either say that it gives you 2 for half price, or I could actually look up what the cost of crafting a damn thing would be. But
You can just go with half price. That'd be
so 10 gold. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it costs 20 gold. Jarkle literally jumps up and down once, and I bet the room quakes.
And yeah, he says it'll take him a day or 2 to get it done, but yeah, he'll have you a halberd. He can make you one of those.
Jarkle needs the money.
He'll put it on the top of his list for everything else that he was commissioned to make by the Gauntlet.
Say, Jarkle, are you gonna name your halberd? Because I have a suggestion.
Jarkle, his eyes narrow. What are you saying to me right now?
Are you gonna name your halberd?
Halberd.
Halberd.
Because I've got a suggestion.
The town of Halbred.
You're half bred.
Halberd? What was it?
Halberd.
Halberd. Well, anyway, you should call it Palberd.
This entire time, Jarkle's eyes don't unnarrow. He just looks at her and doesn't stop.
I swear, all 3 of your characters are like psionically linked in some ways. That's a move that Eleanor and Billups would make.
Oh, yeah. I feel like Eleanor would be more vocal about her.
She would just call you dumb.
What? No, that's dumb.
Yeah, totally.
That doesn't make any sense.
Jarkle, this is okay. First of all, you do not name instruments of killing. It goes against the oath. Do I need to recite my oaths again? One of compassion. My weapons are to be used only in, and he starts kind of like going off.
I kick my 2x4. This one's name is Thunk.
Thunk and Funk.
Jarkle stops halfway through and starts laughing at that because it's very funny.
Dirks kind of looks at Nikobar and is just like, he doesn't speak much common, does he? He just keeps saying the same thing.
I kind of shrug. I look over at him. Hands up in the middle of it.
funky new mode? Where is that? Where can you modify that?
Funky new mode. So, what do you guys think? Should be I'll talk in game actually. How are we going to proceed in this town if we are to keep under the illusion that Gurks is a child? Do you think it'll attract more attention, or should we find a way to maybe circumvent having Gurks be disguised as a child?
Upon hearing that, Jarkel's already like starting to try to pick up Gurks and like wrap him in the cloth.
Oh, okay. Oh, big guy.
For some reason, I imagine like he's like a cat that's just like trying to avoid it, but gives in.
He's not gonna make any money.
Oh, let's try a new disguise.
Well, you're the entertainer. If you have any ideas.
How about a dress?
Jarkel laughs.
And a wig.
Jarkel thinks that's funny. Because he's a simple man.
I mean, this is your scene right now, guys. Go for it. Like,
or
I'll just look here.
Or maybe we could just put him in a sack and he's like a bag of flour.
I brought up the obvious one on the last session, and I don't know if I should do it again.
Oh, what was it?
Gnome.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, let's do
We
it.
saw a bunch of gnomes at the bar, so it probably dawns on us a little bit.
You could just be a gnome with very goblin-like features.
Well, I mean, he's covering himself mostly. It's just
Just
Right,
like, can we fashion a really shitty fake beard though?
Grab some of the hay stuffing.
Who wants to make? I guess anyone have proficiency with the disguise kit?
Yes.
But does that make it better? Because it's going to be performance together with that.
I mean,
yeah,
I
that's a
have
good- Hold on, let me
One in both of them, so I should be
What
fine.
kind of
So I guess it'd be a +2.
Yeah.
performance. Ooh, I guess that'd be all right. Not great. Would persuasion fly? Probably not, right?
No.
Yeah, I'll roll disguise get plus performance.
13. Okay. You actually, with your knowledge of costumes and kind of working with what you think a gnome should look like, it's once again so those sort of thing where like if you stared at it too long or like there are certain things that could be a dead giveaway, it wouldn't be the hardest thing to read through. But at a passing glance, and even like if you just kind of like look at him without really thinking about it, yeah, he looks passable for a gnome.
I tricked all of you into getting me to play a gnome again.
You thought Aldo only plays gnomes. Well, I tricked you guys.
What was Rurik?
He was a dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I tricked you again.
That's gnome
He
adjacent.
was a bushman.
He was a bushman.
Dwarf me
Those are-
once, shame on me.
That's like a wide gnome.
It's a heavy gnome.
A tall gnome. All right. So, yeah, you get a decent disguise going, and you think, yeah. What do you guys do?
I'm Nikobar is gesturing towards the door and is kind of like readying his equipment to go over to the Order of the Gauntlet to look for leads.
Okay.
Jarkel follows and kind of like motions for everyone to come with him. And he waves at Abby.
Says, good luck, everyone, and perhaps I'll see you tonight.
Nikobar bows like half-heartedly at the two hosts and kind of walks out the door without saying anything.
See you later. Maybe we'll make it back in time for dinner.
You know, it's just like, I'll be sure to have it ready for you all.
Yes, got us a way
Don't
to try
hesitate
one of
to
these.
save
You and me.
leftovers.
We'll be sure to be back. We'll have our goodbyes then. As
We'll
Jarkel
all be
steps,
alive.
yeah. As Jarkel steps out, can he like examine the sink that he threw up in? Does it look like it's still dirty?
No, it looks like it was cleaned.
Oh, it's even worse. Jarkel's embarrassed.
Nikobar's at this point convinced that was just a dream. It didn't actually happen because he would never do something so horrid.
Yeah.
Jarkel's never gonna bring it up. Yeah.
A lot of shame was had last night, and Both parties think maybe it's best that we forget it.
Everybody seems to have so much fun.
But yeah, you guys make your way over to the Order of the Gauntlet's headquarters. Entering within, it's a stone building, kind of set up. It's near sort of more of a like a political side of town, I guess, where a lot of those sort of type of matters are handled and that. Coming in, there's a kind of a reception area in which you see that a number of adventurers are already kind of sitting in here. In fact, one of them, as you guys are walking in, you take notice to a similar black-bearded, hooked-nosed dwarf that waves. It says, "Oh, you guys made it!" As he moves up to you, and Jarkle, you recognize Bumble from last night.
Oh yeah, Jarkle waves. He's like right in our face, isn't he?
Yeah, he instantly just like waved and came up to you guys.
Well, before the dwarf arrives, I whisper to Jarkle, "Who in blazes is this?" I was very drunk then. I had my eyes closed when all this was happening.
Quickly, Jarkle tries to fill it up. This dwarf is Bumble. He's very intimidating, but soft on the inside. Don't worry. Fine, happy, good. Thumbs up.
And as
how are you?
He comes up to you and says, like, big guy, you're getting a job.
Yeah, we were thinking.
What kind of work you looking into?
We're not actually positive. We're pretty open. I mean, we see that you're good people. You're good people. We're all good people. We just want to get some work, something that pays.
So where's your son staying while you're going out and working?
Jarkle freezes the fuck up.
We left him with a babysitter. I look at him like very sternly, like say no more.
Oh yes, we left the ugly little shite with a sitter.
As you say that, Nikobar, the dwarf looks at you, and you see like his expression change from like this big smile to like you see like the white of his beady eyes, and he kind of gets like this almost menacing look on his face. He says, "Well, it looked like I was talking to you."
And Nikobar kind of like narrows his gaze at him and says nothing.
Jarkle cuts through this tension with a hearty laugh. Oh, don't mind him. He likes to speak, energetic. He's got a real bloodlust to him. He can't contain that energy. Otherwise,
now he's looking at you, Jarkle. He's just upset at you. Now he's got his furrowed brow.
Wait, was that what? Oh, I think I just lied. Wait, no. Jarkle actually then turns and says, "No, that's not true. I lied. He was covering because I don't have a son."
What?
He kind of like you see him kind of look at you and says, "Excuse me."
And then he points to Gurks and says, "Gurks was my son. We were hiding him."
Just because we were hiding him, and he was just worried for a second. So like, wait, what?
I'm kind of like looking at Jarkle incredulously.
You see Bumble kind of like look down at Gurks for a second, and he kind of like stares at him for like a little too long, like it's almost uncomfortable. But he like looks up at you, Jarkle, and he looks hurt. You mean that little shite last night wasn't your boy?
Jarkle sighs. I wish. I got carried away. I drank a lot. The line between honesty, it's thinner than you'd think. I've been grappling with that a lot lately. I don't know anymore.
Secretly, Nikobar is admiring his ability to lie on the spot.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know he's lying, I think. Yeah.
He actually kind of like shoves you in the like waist at that point. And he's like, "I opened up to you last night. And you think you could just lie to me?"
Jarkle kind of like giggles a bit. He goes, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Jarkle kind of giggles a bit. He's like, "Crazy night. I am so sorry. I'll buy you a beer. We can do that later. Come on."
And you see his like his hands are like clenching up, and he's like, "You are," and you see his like face is turning purple. And it says, you hear an elven man from behind Bumble say, "Bumble, if you're quite done now, it's time for us to move." And Bumble kind of like looks back. and then like looks up at you. He says, "Can't stand liars like you." And he goes off and says, all right, let's go."
Say, Bumble, before you go. Nothing I said was a lie yesterday. Wink.
Do you say
Make a
wink
persuasion
again?
check with disadvantage.
What was that?
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Like last time, was that you saying wink?
Get on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have -1 charisma?
Yes.
Yes. As Bumble like looks back towards you, you see his like his teeth grits, and then he like turns around and just leaves, shaking his head.
Well, that's one
Flump blows a kiss in his direction.
Um,
A really noisy one.
Jackal's friends were really mad.
Yeah, what a charming short person.
Jarkle kind of like gets everyone in for like a group huddle, you know, like a football game. And he kind of like wagged his finger a bit and he's like, now this is why we don't lie. Did you see me hurt my friend there? This is why we don't lie.
Lying is what got us out of that situation, right?
Did I lie? And he's really taken aback.
You told the truth in a very creative way.
Jarkle doesn't react to that. And he stops the huddle. Okay, let's get a job.
And
Let's get a job.
break. Yeah, as you're sitting there, there's a person that's kind of sitting at the desk there that's been watching this whole scene and says, so you were adventurers looking for work or something then, or I'm assuming.
Yeah,
That's right. Hands on her hips.
Yeah, that's right.
And what should I register your name as?
My name's Flumpdunk.
I mean, do you have a name for your guild or party or whatever you're known as?
No.
I need something to put down, please.
Jarkle turns around again and gets everyone into the huddle.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Hold on. I'll try to think of something.
All right, I got something.
I take a bark like with like a strained look over at Flumpdunk, just like
Okay. Flumpdunk and the Palbrids.
Wow, what a great name.
Or
Okay,
was it Palbred?
Nikobar, we've learned not to lie. Don't say that was great. It was terrible.
Okay. Flump and the Dunks.
okay, I say we leave the naming to the other party members here.
We need a more intimidating name than that. We're a powerful group. We can't do that.
Okay. How about Death Stab?
Jarkle he's actually really impressed by that and kind of nods and like points. All right.
Yeah.
How do we all feel about Death Stab?
Or it should sound more official, like Death Stab Company.
I
Incorporated.
I
No, that's
past
taken.
everybody, and I go up to the person and I point to the book that he's writing down in his ledger or whatever, and I say, "We're with the Ivory Cast."
Ivory.
Oh, that's pretty good.
How about that with a C or an E at the end of cast, or?
Yes.
Got it. And he writes that down in his book.
All right.
All right, Ivory Cast.
How about the Death Ivory Cast?
I kind of turn around like, don't even.
Since you're new to our organization, we have a few jobs open to you right now. Take that back. We only have one bounty currently available for someone at your rank. Looks like here there's been a case with a noble down in a town down south.
And you want us to bring the case back?
He kind of like looks at you for a second and then goes back to reading the piece of paper that he says, it was reported by one of his villagers that came from the town, reporting that apparently a lot of the people there have been falling into a permanent slumber, and for reasons that have been undiscovered. We've been meaning to look into this for some time. However, with the current goblin war we're undergoing, we have not had time. We're looking for adventurers to do so.
So you've done no investigation into this matter and have no idea whether or not there's any magic involved.
And he looks up towards you and says, "No, unfortunately, we have not had the manpower to fight on both fronts. That's why we're looking to adventurers like you to pick up the slack."
Yes.
We offer 500 gold for completion of this task, as well as a favor from all of us, which can include services, items, or otherwise.
So was Tyr just too busy for this one? And Jarkle looks at him condescendingly.
Are you looking at the man, or are you looking up at the sky?
No, at the man.
Tyr? Are you talking about the god Tyr?
Oh no, I was talking about someone else. Which of the bad gods do you worship? The ones that don't do anything and just kill people and don't care about them needlessly?
As you say that, he looks on his face and says, excuse me. You're speaking of devout followers of Helm, god of law and order.
Right.
What do you serve?
We share a look, I assume. Me and Nikapar.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really, I don't acknowledge that. I just kind of think, okay, well, this guy's a little uppity.
You stand for nothing. What do we fall for?
Nice.
We serve a better god. Don't trouble yourself.
We'll take the job.
We'll do your work.
And yeah.
He says, excellent. And he gives you like a folder full of documents that give you some information about the adventure or the quest and everything. Says, there's no real deadline on this assignment. To report back with us from any findings or evidence, and you'll receive your payment in full, as well as you're able to make a request for anything you might demand of the Order of the Gauntlet. Your contact is in the village of Nursim to the south. Within the dossier, there is a code word that you're to speak with some of the town. They have withheld their actual identity, but they said to go to somebody give me an inn name.
The Haberjack.
Haberjack?
Yeah,
I like Haberjack. Okay. You report to the Haberjack Inn and very as inconspicuously as you can say the passphrase of what?
Oh, we get to make this up?
Yep.
Fill me with goop.
Okay.
No.
That
can't be.
Circle interjects.
Someone veto that, please.
This isn't in character, so yeah.
This isn't in character? Oh.
I'm sorry, I was typing some RP shit to Davey. What was going on?
So I want you guys to decide what the pass word is that you're supposed to say inconspicuously within the Haberjack Inn in Nursim to let them know that you hear about the job.
You got any Bloody Marys?
Let's see.
Gurks
works.
No, that would not work.
They would have to know it. It can't be based on us. We got a Tom Collins.
the Gauntlet Titans.
So in casual conversation, you'll say the Gauntlet Titans. Okay.
Oh, wait, is this casual conversation? I thought we'd like wrap our hand on a door and then like
a passcode that they want you to say like inconspicuously.
Oh, wait, somebody bring up as I don't know. You're placing an order or talking to a innkeeper or something like that. I guess.
I bet since we're like in war, it's like some anti-goblin shit. Like
and
only good blood's goblin blood or something.
No, it's the Gauntlet Titans, right?
Gauntlet Titan is
that one?
It says It says it says when you arrive at the Haberjack Inn, and as inconspicuously as you can, as you never know who's listening, is what it's actually said in the the notes of the dossier that you're given. It says, "Speak the words, the Gauntlet Titans, and those who need to know will know."
As we leave, I in Giant say to Jarkle, don't waste your breath on these Gauntlet stooges. They are fit only for tribute. No sense in wasting recruitment on them.
And Jarkle says back in Giant that yeah, they're completely useless, devoted to a basically pathetic god. We have no use for them other than sacrifice, or we should look for a way to make more money out of this or exploit the situation.
So I guess we go on to the next location.
Okay. I mean, are you guys gonna leave right away?
Do we?
No, I'm gonna have something to drink.
What's it? Yeah. What have we? We haven't restocked yet at all. We just came into town.
Jarkle probably wants
So
to
around this point is probably around, I'd say, noon to 1 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a drink.
Yeah, that's a little early. Let's do some stuff. Let's restock.
That's a good point.
So what do you guys do then? What's your pre-trip game plan?
I restock on some reagents.
Sure. Okay.
Is that something I can do for like silver dust and stuff like that?
Do you wanna specifically go to like an alchemical shop and buy silver dust?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a pretty strong like hub of a town, so they're probably selling it at baseline cost. So yeah, go ahead and buy as much silver dust as you want.
I buy how much do they? Because I have 15 gold. How much do they?
So if you're talking about the spells that you want to cast, it's 25 gold pieces worth of silver dust.
Okay. So yeah, I guess I can't. I won't do that. Then I'll just say what I have.
Yeah, it's like 5 pounds of silver dust.
Okay, so I guess yeah, I need to drink after a good breakfast, and I'll have like a little meal with that. So I try to find a place that I can do both of those things.
Okay.
And let's see what else. Are there any bodies of water nearby the town?
This town is actually very close to a river. If you look at the map.
Okay.
Let me double check real quick.
I've got a body full of water.
With your name on.
Yeah, and the south side of this town is actually like a canal that connects to the river.
Okay. I go over there and I put a small 3-armed cross on the bank, and I kind of like kneel and do communion a little bit.
Okay. You spend your day communing with Iz. Go ahead and make a religion check.
Religion check.
Religion check.
Check your religion.
Religion check.
Garbage day.
Garbage day.
You can count on it.
You can count.
All right. Sitting down near the river, you build your 3-armed cross and place it in the ground. Sitting next to it, you sit into a meditative position. You connect your mind, yourself, your soul with Iz, and talk to her directly. Is there anything particular that you're looking for guidance? Are you checking in? What are you trying to do with Iz?
I'm reassuring her of my devotion to bringing more into the fold and not wasting my time on fools who devote themselves to lesser beings, and sort of like say, this god that they worship that I'm employed under means nothing to me, and I don't wish to take any of their power, and I only wish to fully give myself to Iz's cause.
And in response, you get within your mind is like, I don't know if I want to try to do a voice for it, if I should just announce it. But
it takes on any voice you want, because it has no like tongue that is speakable.
Sure. I also just like the idea of it, like imagine the echo effect, so it's like so as she speaks. So it would be like if this is something that involves magic, there could be knowledge for me to consume. Do you think you could bring me a suitable sacrifice?
Yes, deep mother.
And with that, you're granted with this like strong feeling that overwhelms you, as you were given one extra spell slot for first level
Ooh.
spells.
Ooh.
And says, "This boon I grant upon you. Bring me a valuable sacrifice, or pay for it yourself."
You have my word, deep mother.
All right, so you have one extra spell slot, first level spell slot that will regenerate on a long rest.
Okay.
Temporary.
Temporary. I just added one to the to this area.
Yeah, just write down somewhere that is
There.
temporary.
Temporary. You can't keep it, bro. On my word.
All
Can we
right,
take a quick break here?
yeah, quick bathroom break for everyone,
Okay.
and then we'll go on to what everyone else does for their preparation time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll put it on. That's my word.
All right. I'm back.
Maybe.
Welcome back.
I'm back.
Bless you.
God bless you.
God. Bless you.
is bless you.
God,
Good.
Good.
Who are we waiting on still?
Davey, I think.
Well, I just looked it up, and actually, Umbasa Adonai is a real sentence that could be said.
Oh yeah.
For the context, Umbasa means bless or thank. Adonai in Hebrew means God,
Okay.
and then is the name of the God. So that was just shit I put together. I had no idea it would work.
It was meant to be.
I'm proud of myself.
Come on, Davey.
Davey.
David.
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 Downtown.
As Nikobar hits the sand on the bank of the river for no reason at all.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Quit rolling. Quit it.
Oh my god, I
Oh,
just
dude.
wasted my critical.
No,
Well,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
Good forever. Goodbye.
Gone forever. Forever.
Alright.
Forever.
I deal 10 damage to Davey.
Oh shit.
Well, let me open up my character sheet that Janae got me.
You're gonna
Davey
kill him
Pound
again.
Town.
Yeah, Davey Pound Town is dead.
Davey Pound Town didn't have health. What does that mean?
You probably had on average about 8 health, so you just did 10 damage to him. Make a death saving throw.
Fucking.
I should have Davey Poundton again.
Failed.
Fuck.
Do it again.
No. You're all so cruel.
Oh, you're dead. You're fucking dead. Dude, he killed you.
Deceased.
He murdered you. In cold blood.
Oh
As I'm dying, I hold Aldo close. Why? Why?
no.
Why?
He killed you.
That wasn't Gurks. Look right there. It says Aldo on
That's
it.
true. With a light crossbow.
Jesus.
It was Garrus' crossbow, though.
Oh my god. It's so good. Deceased.
Well, now I know what that looks like.
Yeah.
Roll a fucking
It
one.
hasn't happened yet.
You just gave up. He just
I saw that it came from Phoenix, and I was like, no, I don't
Well,
know.
what's the
I don't
point?
want to. I don't want to live in this world.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Well, no. See, your crit wasn't wasted, Phoenix.
It wasn't wasted.
Holy
Now
crap.
that I rolled so poorly, I like saved someone else from rolling poorly. So I just like took that for one of you.
I'm glad the play of the game was made outside of the game. Jeez.
Yeah, well, I really hope it wasn't in the game.
No, why would Garrus shoot Jarkle?
I don't know.
I don't know. Why would he stab him?
Yeah, why would he stab?
I got to put Davey Pound Town in the graveyard now.
Don't do.
Enjoy the company. Enjoy the company of Bushman.
Damn it.
Yeah, you gotta do it though, because he was deceased.
It says deceased.
Rules is rules.
Spiritually hurt.
There we go. Now Davey Pound Town shows up in everybody's.
thing in the graveyard, yeah.
Everyone gets the great stats I gave myself.
Grace, white, enlightenment, chaotic, evil.
Age a gentleman, eyes a lady.
Background, college student.
Skin never. Oh, a lady never tells. Gentleman.
Is that your first? folks?
Gentleman never asks, and a lady never tells.
Nikobar spends his time communing with Iz. What else do we got?
I want to say Jerkel's probably just going to go with somebody, and maybe he needed a moment away from Nikobar to do some soul searching. So what are you two doing? What's Flump done up with? What's she doing?
Flump Donk looks for like a secondhand clothing store.
Okay.
And just wanders around and fails to find one.
Okay.
No, that's what an unfortunate day.
Is that really it? It's just I look around for a clothing store. I fail to find it. Day over.
No, just her. She goes to the bar, has a drink, and then.
Were there something you're looking for in particular from a clothing store, or were you just looking to expand your character's closet?
Maybe a hat or something, or like.
Sure, there's plenty of hat stores around Churaud that you could find.
Oh, but like. Yeah, but like until after she couldn't find one that she liked until after she had a drink.
Okay, but you had a full day of just kind of shopping around the area and getting the sights.
Yeah, like
you probably like eat an interesting food at some point because you're that kind of adventurous explorer.
Went to a few cafes.
Yeah. You just kind of had a good day going around and checking out a churro, basically, because
right.
Sounds like you're leaving it pretty soon. So
mimosa and eggs Benedict.
We're just staying to get Jarkle's halberd.
Yeah, I want to say
halberd.
Maybe we can't. It'll take a while. It won't be ready yet. We'll come back. But I want to say that Jarkle asked Gurks, "What do you want to do? This is your first time in a city, and I don't want to leave you alone."
Well, I was gonna say actually. And you pretty much are on the same wavelength as I was, apparently. So being back outside, I think Gurks is very much overwhelmed by the city again, especially now that he's actually walking it himself.
Mm-hmm.
But the moment he smells any street cooking, he immediately gets attracted to that and leaves without saying anything. He just wants to try more of this human cooking.
Yeah, you go around and you smell him, and you see him. That's like, for a few coppers or silver pieces, you can get all sorts of different interesting foods in a particular part of town where there's a lot of different merchant stalls and everything every day. There's probably like lines of different foods and everything.
Yeah, that's pretty much how Gurks spends his afternoon.
Okay.
And Jarkle accompanies him.
Do you have any money?
That's a very good question, because technically I started with 10 because of my background, but I was also,
but it was also
on a very different situation with the goblin settlement. So do I have any money?
I'll leave it up to you if you have the money. Like if you grabbed money on your way out, because there was a big chest full of money.
Yeah, I was gonna say we passed you right by that chest.
I think he probably just grabbed a handful, which I guess I'm gonna say just for the sake.
You probably don't understand the value of it, so you're just like, I want a think of lamb on a stick, and you give him like 1 gold piece for it, and he's like, okay, yeah, here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jarkle's like intercepting that gold piece and then kind of like, sternly but fairly saying, he wants, treat him well. He's new to this town.
Yeah, the guy that's singing there is like, he seems very generous.
He doesn't know what he's doing. Give him the fair amount. Give him a gnome-sized amount of food.
Give him a gobful.
Yeah.
I think a gold coin will be a lot of food.
The guy running the stall says, I can give him a gold coin worth of food.
Jarkle sighs. He shouldn't be using his money like this. And then he sees the happiness on Gurks' face, and he lets it happen.
Yeah. So basically, this guy actually just kind of shuts down for the day as he takes your gold piece and basically just buy him out.
Now I'm down to 9 gold pieces and a lot of food, but it's not going to last. I'm not even going to put them in inventory.
You got a lot of lamb.
Yes. This is like Val's fish situation at the very beginning of your campaign.
It's an endless bag of lamb on a stick.
Don't worry, that lamb is going to be gone.
The bag on the stick, or
it could be. It's like one of those. What do you call them?
Knapsack?
Yeah, knapsack.
Yeah.
Or no, is that right?
There's an actual word for it, but I can't think of it.
Yeah.
Anyways. So yeah, you got a few days worth of rations there with all that lamb. So that was Gurks. Jarkle, do you do anything else during the day, or you just kind of accompany? You probably help Gurks eat some of that lamb, huh?
Probably, yeah. I want to say that we spend the day together But then the night, like Jarkle kind of like pulls him aside just for a little bit to basically do what Nikobar did, but independently. Like they kind of arrived at the same conclusion to like do the stuff at the river.
Mhm.
And Jarkle, he kind of like gets down on his knees near the river and he puts together a 3-armed cross that's not as good. He's not good at putting it together out of the driftwood, and it's kind of droopy. It's not fantastic. But he he tries to open himself to Iz and reaches out, and if you're listening, I need to get my voice better. Iz, if you're listening, I need
Billups.
You shouldn't be Billups. All right, if you're listening, train of thought.
Get on track here, Davey.
Choo choo.
Get your face on.
So much, Davey.
No one say Billups. It puts me in a bad place. But Iz, if you're listening, stop laughing. I want to say
All right. Take 6.
All right,
3,
ready.
Nobody look.
And action.
action.
Okay. Me. Okay. Iz, if you're listening, please, these old gods, they lead so many people astray. There's no good in their weakness. It's only through your powers such as yourself that anyone can truly find themselves. And I see so many lost people, Abby, throwing it all away, all of them. And can you lead us, lead all of us?
Make a religion check.
Okay. Phew, I'm sweating, you guys. That was such a big performance for me. I'm not actually, by the way.
Okay. You hear kind of come across your mind for a second. You're not sure if it's your own thought or a thought put into your mind, but you feel this like sudden kind of like sense of purpose when you hear in your mind, if the flock is lost, then lead them into my guidance. That kind of it feels eerie how that just kind of appears in your mind.
Yeah, Darkle's unfamiliar with this feeling, but he kind of sits with it, and he goes back to Gurks and like pats him on the back, and they kind of trot off to do whatever Gurks wants to do.
All right. So that was the after school slot. Then we go into the evening slot.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
That was just for you, Davey.
Thank you.
I mean, it is really kind of a similar thing, though, because basically, like, do you guys just get together for the evening and have dinner back at Abby's house?
Would the Gauntlet offer anything? Like, were they offering to like do that for us?
For like lodgings and food?
Yeah.
For accepting a job, they do have an offer of like if you would like to eat within their like kitchen that evening, you are allowed to like kind of a community dinner that they have for anyone doing work for them, as well as there is like lodgings that are available for people working for them.
Nikobar goes and takes advantage of the food, but doesn't stay in the eating area with all the people from the order. He just kind of like takes his food somewhere else outside.
You get a tray of pretty all right, kind of blandish food.
Right.
And you take it outside.
I take it outside because I refuse to eat with these heathenists.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess we all go there then, right?
You all go there.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just getting the lay of the land, I assume.
So you at the night for your dinner, everyone gets together at the Order of the Gauntlet. You all eat outside, or is that just a Nikobar going outside?
Well, Jarkle definitely joins him. And he grabs, the meals before, they just weren't satisfactory for a big guy like him, but he was polite about it. Here, there's no limit, so he just grabs as much as he can on a plate, basically.
Well, it's
one of the stew pots on your plate.
Yeah.
It's actually served on a plate. They do give you a little bit larger portion than they give everyone else when they're serving it. But you still get like the same, like there's a couple of slices of bread and some potatoes and probably like a slice of kind of low quality beef.
Yeah, it's like it's like they put like an extra scoop of mashed potatoes on there, and it's like, gee, thanks guys. This really needs something.
Can I feel that Jarkle has been psychically touched by Iz?
Make an insight check.
Okay.
An insight check.
You said that like it was a joke. Was that?
Yeah, you definitely feel the essence of Iz coming off of Jarkle pretty well, being someone that's very familiar with it.
Right. I kind of acknowledgingly, without even having to say anything, I kind of like see that like he has spoken and communed with the Deep Mother, and I sort of I look over to him, and then I look back at my food and I say, you know, Jarkle, I've never asked you what kind of music the Goliaths enjoy on in their land.
Jarkle, he kind of looks down at his food, and my culture was largely assimilated. We were mostly just human. We liked human music. We tried to maintain a certain amount of Goliath heritage, and that would traditionally be just drums, a lot of percussion, and it's hard to explain to someone else. And he kind of struggles a bit, and just I like human music, whatever that is.
Human music, I see.
Human music.
And without, he doesn't prod any further because he knows that he's not going to be able to follow the conversation, so he just kind of goes back to eating.
I'll also say that the Order of the Gauntlet has like a couple of big kegs of ale available for like public drinking.
Periodically, Nikabar goes in for like a small cup of that because he's still a little hungover.
When you drink it, it seems very watered down and weak.
Okay. He kind of like nurses it, but doesn't really like take big swigs of it because it's not very tasty.
It's like drinking like a Rainier or a Pabst or something.
Right. Boo.
Yuck.
Jarkle doesn't touch it. Too many recent bad memories.
It's like drinking Natty Ice. No.
Oh man.
Probably better than that at least.
Fantasy Natty Ice.
God.
I pet my Poogie, see if I have any new armor with the armorsmith, and then I
died. All right.
That's why I died. Janae.
Deceased.
But what is Flumpdunk and Gurks doing? I know they're with us. Kind of.
Yeah.
I pet my Poogie, I check with the armorsmith, see if I have a new armor, and then I...
You're finally responding to my music, huh?
I've been meaning to say it for a while, but I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah,
that.
You send out your Meowster hunters for the adventure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think Gurks just wants to keep trying food, and maybe he'll actually get a drink or two this time around, now that he's not pretending to be a child.
Yeah, when you're at the Order of the Gauntlet sort of cafeteria, there's drink available there, and it's weak, but you probably don't know the difference. So it's just like drinking beer when you're a really kind of young, naive kid, and you're just like, "This is beer, huh?" And the food, that's all right. Like, you know, as someone that probably doesn't get to eat meals on a regular basis, like, hey, it's more food tonight. You've eaten all day. This is the fullest you've ever been. You're probably a little sick.
But it's a very happy kind of sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. A very privileged goblin kind of sick.
Gurks has had the best day ever.
He's had a lot of
just keep getting better and better.
Yeah.
No one's made fun of
the other.
His intelligence or anything. No one's made fun of.
No one's told him to go back to his tent and be quiet.
Yeah, exactly. No bugbears around. It's nice.
Oh, definitely no bugbears around.
Gurks.
Yes.
Go ahead and make an intelligence saving throw.
Oof.
Get ready to get insulted. I got one ready in the barrel for you.
9. Okay.
You got 9 intelligence, bro.
Give me a brief second here.
Someone tells a witty joke. you fucking don't get it.
It drives you insane for the rest of the night.
Oh, that pretentious asshole.
You know what? I'm just going to use the official one for this one. Go ahead and roll me a D100.
Oh.
D100. Girks explodes.
Jerks understands everything.
Let's see.
Everything.
Okay. So, yeah. So, is only Nikobar sitting outside? Is everyone else sitting within the cafeteria, or what?
Oh no, I'm definitely with Nikobar. I wouldn't leave him alone.
Okay, so everyone's kind of sitting outside the cafeteria.
Yeah, I would think so.
Nikobar at least. Yeah, I don't know if Flumpdunk joins us. I don't know what she's up to.
I didn't establish if Girks or Flumpdunk were sitting out with us.
Standing. Yes.
I mean, Gorks is definitely sticking around.
Like
Yeah,
walking.
he's definitely with you guys. So.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, everyone's outside, and Girks, as you're sitting there, you're having a great day, just eating your meal. This like, you just feel really good as like a burst of emotion overcomes you, and as you do so, for the next minute, you must shout when you speak.
All right, I cannot get away with that in here, but
Yeah,
that's amazing.
just imagine that everything that Girks is saying right now, he's just like shouting out at the top of his lungs.
I can absolutely imagine that.
And yeah, Girks, like, you might try not to, but you just can't help yourself.
Gosh, I didn't know humans made such good food. All of this food is amazing.
Is that like echoes through the night? Just like, amazing.
Wow, that's great. That's like the orc wog. Like, instead of that, it's just you're talking.
And as there's people like passing by, people are like pausing and looking at Girks, and everyone's just kind of like staring at you guys, trying to sit in a corner here outside with your like trays of food.
Jarkle just like gently waves at them and kind of like smiles, like, "Oh, we're fine."
I'm Nikobar is like perturbed as to why Girks has decided now of all times to start yelling. Like this food isn't even that good. I don't know why he's really like freaking out about it.
I wonder how like absurd of a crew do we look like? 'Cause it's me, a gigantic, almost 8 foot tall man.
Goliath. That you've not seen another Goliath in this town since you've gotten here.
Right.
You got Girks. You got Nikobar, who's dressed in the vestments of a god that no one knows. And well, you got Flumpdunk.
You got Flumpdunk. Flumpy new mode.
Flumpy new mode, yeah. But
and who's pacing around with a plate of food? Like,
oh my god, that's pissing off Nikobar to no end.
I'll say at some point,
find a place to be.
Hideo Kojima sits standing.
At some point, like I will say, like a guard comes up to you guys, is like, "Don't forget when you're done with your meal to return it to the cafeteria."
The meal?
The dishes. And the tone that they give you is just like this, like almost like disciplinarian tone of like you're sitting outside eating without the rest of the class. Like, what's going on, guys? Like,
absolutely, guys, we'll make sure to do that.
Nikobar is annoyed at how obedient Girks is being, but
he's also yelling that at him.
Yeah, right, exactly. And I'm just like, don't even acknowledge this person. He's
and
like,
the guard there is just like, "Are you trying to be funny?"
No, Galax is just following orders. Galax always follows orders.
Galax always follows orders.
And you see that the man is just like, he's like getting more and more agitated as you're shouting at him. And it's like, "Are you yelling for some reason? You have a problem with me?"
Galax apologizes. Galax wishes he wasn't yelling, but Galax cannot help it.
You looking to go to prison tonight?
No, please, no. Do not send Galax to prison. He has no need to be there.
I want Jarkle to stand up and like wordlessly intimidate this guy, like get up in his space a bit.
Okay, go ahead and make your intimidation check with advantage.
Hell yes. Fucking
shit. Oh shit.
So yeah, as you as this guy's like getting up in Girks' face and like getting more and more agitated at Girks yelling at him, you kind of like move, and the movement is enough to get his attention as he looks over to you, and you see his face go like from this like really angry look to like back to plain. He's just like, "You gentlemen have a good evening, and just remember the trays go back inside when you're done."
And then Jarkle kind of flinches at him a little bit, like he's about to strike.
And he like very quickly turns around and walks off in the other direction.
And Nikobar's like waving his hand, like, yes, thank you very much. Like, all right.
Thank you for the reminder. Garrus apologizes.
Yeah, you see him kind of like pause for a second and shrug his shoulders up, but then he drops them and begins walking again.
Instead of returning it to inside, Nikobar, when he finishes, puts the tray on the very stoop where he was sitting and just leaves it there.
Jarkle collects it.
Nikobar has no knowledge of this happening, but he would kind of like look him over as like a like you ass kisser.
Does anyone else have any trays?
Okay, gotta make his tray.
Oh yeah, Jarkle say that in character. Does anyone else have any trays? I'll take them.
So how big is Churaud?
Churaud? It's a pretty big town.
Churaud, okay.
It's a pretty big kind of metropolitan area. Like there's like when I was saying like there's a bunch of different foods and trinket merchants. Like there's a big area that has it's an actual city with a lot of different people in there. You've probably like learned about the religious district. I've actually talked about it before, where there's like several different churches that have been established here.
Now that comes to think of it, I really do want to check out some form of library or like some area where they would have like precious knowledge of like religions or like ethereal magic of any kind. Like
probably the University of Sagittarius as within Churaud. That would be the most likely place for that, of scholarly learning and other such things.
Because I know that Nikobar, I totally neglected this part of his character until I got to a place where there was books. But he is obsessed with learning new things about improving his magical prowess and his ability to cast. So I want to learn more. I want to find a place where I can kind of upgrade my, or like learn more about the ideologies of like certain things. And
at this hour of the day, I'd say like they're probably kind of closed off for the day.
Okay.
Like it's late. Most people have gone home, and anyone that's there right now is like only there to tend to the place while it's closed.
So I can't like ask maybe if before we went to go eat that I went to go research this because I forgot about it. Wink, wink.
We're all together right now, right?
Yeah, we're all together.
Yeah.
Because we have another day. We're waiting for.
We can do another day, I guess. Yeah, right.
Yeah, if you want to wait another day before you leave, you didn't have any like pressing time to get this quest done. Although I'll say if you don't get it done within the next 24 days, it's a game over.
You all die.
The moon is gonna fall on top of Churaud.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, I thought of something. We could make it the Ivory cast and crew.
And Nikobar just like walks over to the library and fucking.
Well, before we get to the library bit, that was the first day. When you guys get home, or do you? I assume that you go back to Abby's place, or do you guys actually stay within the?
Oh no, we go back for second dinner.
Okay.
I go back to Abby's place for the sole reason of not spending more than I need to.
Okay, yeah. As you go back there, it's actually pretty late at this time after you get back from the cafeteria dinner, and there's like a full spread of like a actual big like cooked bird, like some fowl, some freshly baked biscuits that are now kind of like warm, cold, and some like autumn vegetables have been prepared, and you see Abby's like sit at the table, just asleep.
Oh.
Janae, I held on to the plates. I kind of like, I don't know. I'm gonna give them as a gift soon. I don't know when though. I'll figure out.
You kept the trays?
Yeah, I kept the trays. I collected everyone's trays and I kept them.
We got a couple of dirty cafeteria trays.
That's so good. Why? Why did you do that? Are you gonna make them into the halberd? Are you gonna smelt them down into the halberd?
No, Jarkle sneaks those into their sink and as like a gift in his mind. And he's thinking to himself like, "And fuck Helm."
Have these
And
dirty
fuck Helm.
dishes.
Here, wash this for me.
They can have it.
You
this
fucking
is generosity.
regifting ass giant man.
All right, so we have second dinner.
Jarkle's a big guy. He wants to eat all of it.
Abby's just asleep there, and you just guys eat around her and then leave.
Yeah, just like noisily eating around.
No,
here.
where's Abby's room? Because I want to carry her there. Because I'm always carrying her.
Okay. You pick her up and you go like over to where her room is, but she actually kind of like wakes up as you do. She's like, "Huh? Oh, you guys, you made it back."
He doesn't even acknowledge it. He's still just carrying her like underhand, and then just like puts her in her bed and leaves.
And it's like as you're like leaving, and she's laying in bed. She's still like half awake as she's saying like, "Food's probably cold, but it's there for you."
Doesn't even respond to that. Just closes the door. Didn't even listen.
All right. So you guys settle in for another meal tonight.
It tastes so much better than the cafeteria food.
Yeah, even if it is cold.
And it's not the the mass cooking and the warmness of the cafeteria is nice, but it reeks of bureaucracy, and this is much more home style, artisanal. This is grassroots stuff.
This is just an Airbnb.
This is. I'll tell you what, guys. I've never had a game where it's like, so it's been about 2 hours since we started playing or so. And what we've accomplished is you guys had breakfast, had a day, and had 2 dinners.
I've been trying to maximize the amount of time we can like what we can get out of this town while we're here.
No, absolutely. I'm absolutely happy to play this out with you guys.
Awesome. I'm glad. I'm glad we're not like annoying you.
I'm absolutely fine with kind of like taking it slow and having fun character scenes with you guys. It's also really funny to me.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I mean, every game I played with before, it's just been like we'd be so much in a different place right now.
Totally.
Yeah.
We're back. I feel like we don't have a big quest. We're just here to chill.
Yeah, you got a dub.
This is our slice of life D&D.
Yeah.
And also, our job is shitty, so it's not like we're super excited to do it. It's like, oh yeah, you're the idiots who'll do this. It's like, great. That's motivating.
It's like, great, let's go fall asleep forever.
Yeah.
So bright and early in the morning, Nikabar goes to the library.
All right. You probably grab some leftover food from last night out as a quick snack for breakfast and head to the library. Going into the University of Sagittarius, there are, even early in the morning, I'd say it's probably around like 6 a.m. There's already people like out and about that are like doing, people are reading books outside. Other people are having discussions and stuff like that. Like this place is already up and at 'em at 6 a.m. Probably not true of most colleges. Davey?
No, I was about to say.
Those just make up over as shit.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem to be the case here, as there's a lot of people in kind of comfortable robes kind of walking around.
Nerds!
But a large central building appears to be marked as the library. Going into it, an old scribe there is kind of sitting at a desk as you come in bright and early. He says, early, bright and morning student, I see. What brings you here? Sorry, I'm afraid I don't recognize you. Who are you?
Yes, I am new in town. You pointed that out. I am here to peruse your esoteric magic arcana religion section, if you will. I want to peruse the things that you don't keep in the front, if you know what I'm saying. And I kind of like give him like a knowing like a learned library connoisseur look.
Okay, give me a charisma roll.
Okay. Like almost like I'm going to a book bar.
And give me your finest obscure knowledge on tap. Thanks.
Top of the shelf, please.
All right. He says, "Yes, you seem to have the eyes of a scholar about you, but as you are not a member of our university, well, we will rent you. I implore you, please donate to our establishment if you intend to use our services."
Nikobar puts down 5 gold
All right.
onto the counter.
He smiles and says, "Ah, good. A true academic if I ever saw one. Yes, what?" And he gives you a piece of paper to fill out, basically, to put down any details that you want for, basically you're signing up for a library card.
Your fantasy library card.
And
continue your slice of life.
that's good. I like it.
A library card.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, so as you sign up, you're recognized as a patron of the scholarly arts, and you're given free reign to peruse. He does say that there's, the library is just full of different knowledge, and they don't have quite the collection as the one in, I believe it's Bird Dusk, as the place with the Grand Library. There's plenty of things that you could certainly find here.
I try to find, because the astral plane really intrigues me, and learning of celestial energies and magic that comes from the astral plane really intrigue me, and learning about the anything that comes from that area. I try to look for those kind of books.
Okay. Sure. Go and roll an investigation check.
Okay. Let's try to find that. Where is that here? Boop.
Well,
bam.
All right. You find the book you were looking for.
Nikobar.
It's almost like Iz was guiding you right towards it, as a certain book in particular of old leather-bound, pretty thick book. The writing in it is kind of worn and weathered, but you think you can still make it out. And this book in particular seems intriguing to you.
Yes, and I pour through it.
Looking through, you see a number of charts and diagrams and words and a language that you're not sure you can completely understand. As you go through, you speak Draconic, don't you?
I think so. I do. Yeah, I think I do. Let's see. Yep, I do.
Okay. You notice that there's all sorts of different languages in here, and some of it isn't Draconic that you're recognizing. You get by the different texts and writing and everything like that. This seems to be some kind of shared journal, maybe, that was shared by many different scholars that were studying the very topic that you're talking about with the ancestral plane, and it's all their different findings.
I try to find information regarding creatures that can travel between dimensions.
Okay. I'll say, because bullshitting that off the top of my head is going to be real rough. We'll kind of come back to that later, and I'll write some stuff down for you.
Right. Okay. Yeah. It doesn't need to be shared with the party, honestly.
Yeah. So we'll get into that later, but you are able to get that book and check it out, basically.
Okay.
Yes. Just be sure to bring it back within, I'd say, 2 weeks.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Marks down the date on on a card, and you've taken out a book from the library.
Right on. It looks like Davy's out.
What? No, I'm here.
You just appeared back in the game.
That's weird. No, I'm in another tab, I think.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
All right, so I'll say that's a good part of your day.
Yeah.
What about the rest of you?
Do you have any ideas, Flump, what you want to do?
Not really.
Because I want Jarkle to hang around the house and kind of put you with Gurks. You're gonna look after him. Gurks needs someone to look after him, and I want to hang around here today. Can you? It's your responsibility. We all gotta take care of Gurks.
Sure. Why not?
Jarkle gives a thumbs up.
So you've gone out on your own today, Jarkle?
Yeah, Jarkle's gonna stick around the house. He's gonna watch what Abby and Jaren do. Get into conversations.
Okay. Well, you notice that they actually don't stay at the house. Jaren in particular goes to his own business, which you learn is actually a blacksmith within town. You probably had some discussion of his current job right now. He is under private contract with the Order of the Gauntlet right now to help make equipment and stuff for the war. And as you come in, you actually do find that Jaren has, if you want to go with him, he has been working on your halberd. Right. Abby herself, you would have to go with her to find out where she's going. So it's do you go with Jaren or do you go with Abby?
Oh shit, it's like a telltale game. Jaren can't talk. What am I fucking doing? I go with Abby.
Okay. He can kind of communicate.
Kind of.
He just can't hear you.
That's fair.
Is ASL one of your languages? Sorry, not ASL, FSL.
Do you ask Abby if you can go with her, or do you just...
I think he's just kind of hanging around, and just, I don't know, she say anything? He's awkward tonight.
Well, I'd say, like, it's as you're, like, let's say it's after breakfast, and you're sitting outside for a second just getting some fresh air. She's come up, and she looks like she's, like, just ready to leave for the day as she's walking out, and she kind of nods towards you as she starts walking away.
Wait, and he runs over and tries to tag along. So, funny story. I don't have anything going on today. What do you do?
And she says, well, I have my own stuff I have to go do. I'd prefer to go on my own.
Jarkle audibly sighs. He kind of like kicks up the dirt a little bit. No, it's fine. I'll go. I was gonna go with Jaren anyway. He's working on my halberd. It looks like it's coming along pretty nicely. I think maybe I'll just go watch him cut metal for 8 hours or so. Oh my.
And she says, well, I'm sure he'd love to have you along with the company and show you his work. He's very skilled.
And Jarkle decides to do that, but he notes that Shifty, Abby being shifty, what's she up to?
And she goes off for the day.
Jarkle will remember this.
Oh, he definitely will. And yeah, Jarkle won't have a journal, but he might have something else just because I'm compulsive.
It's his own mental notes
that are written down on the character.
Yeah, he uses as a journal. He's like, please remember this today.
Dear Is, today I stubbed toe, hurt a lot, hurt a whole lot, tears, many. What's Jaren up to? What's he doing?
Jaren getting ready for the day as he seems to be packing up some tools to go out, and he's got a strong stride. He's got his back straight. He's got a good swagger going on in his step as he begins walking out the door. And he as he looks towards you, and he says, kind of like gestures for you to come along.
Jericho like lights up whenever he sees that. he tags along immediately.
All right, yeah. So from Jaren, he has you haven't really seen much of this since he's mostly been traveling and in danger a lot of the time you were traveling. He's got a really like strong like spring in his step. Like he seems to be a pretty upbeat, positive guy as he's walking to his job. As you go into his workshop, he has a pretty humble but all right forge. Stuff that they make here is much different than I'd say that they have in the South. It's much different design and stuff like that. But as he's working through the day, he actually first off shows you the halberd that he's been working on, and as he shows it, it's actually pretty well made. Like you can tell, there's been a lot of care put into this one, and there's like actual personal design philosophy and like the hilt and part of the blade and the back of the blade where it's been designed to like have. I don't know. Why don't you tell me about it?
Well, I think it starts like a nerdy conversation as he notices these things. He's like, "Oh, I see you opted to counterbalance the hilt with 370. What's a flip it?"
That's real weapon jargon, yeah, by the way.
You watch a flip to 370, 350. It's probably like pretty long because I assume he's making it to Goliath size, which most halberds actually aren't. So it's actually like oddly like I don't know how he necessarily moves it around. It seems like it takes maybe two people.
He probably has like a number of like setups of clamps and stuff like that he's been using to work with it for something this size. But yeah, like it's coming together, and you're pretty sure he's his other work that he's been doing for the Gauntlet has been really mundane stuff. So he probably is like writing down stuff like, it's like, I have a passion or a project I'd be real passionate about, especially for a guy that saved my life,
Jarkle warms up. Thank you. I'm so glad to be appreciated. I'm Billups. Hang on. I'm
I wonder how Billups is doing today.
I'm writing the epilogue. But I think Jarkle notices, he kind of like appreciates that, but he notices that there's like an incomplete stencil along like the woodwork, and it's kind of like mounds, but not quite right. So he kind of takes like carving tools and he kind of tries to fix the mountains to make them look more like Hammerhale, where he's from.
Okay. Yeah, he seems to be happy to help you kind of work on personalizing your halberd.
And the whole time, Jarkle's just going off on, you see, Hammerhales, they have flat peaks. There's a pointy peak, Sharagon, we call it. That's going to be over here, though. It's west.
Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Topography stuff. Dexterity check?
Yep.
I gotta be dexterity.
Because you're doing something that takes a lot of like precise hand movement.
Oh, never mind. Yeah.
Fucking.
Oh yeah, no, it's good.
It's almost muscle memory. Putting the mountains into it, and they actually come out really well.
And Jarkle's filled with pride.
So
it's beautiful.
You have a day just working together with Jaren to make your halberd. So much so that you're able to get it done that evening.
Ooh.
Yeah, we can leave.
Yeah, we can leave tomorrow, finally. Quests. All right, let me start adding to my character sheet. Move on to the others.
Okay.
It's gonna take a while.
All right, so Gurks and
all right,
Bridget.
Like as soon as Jarkle leaves, Flumpduck, Dunk, like breaks out the disguise kit and like starts workshopping different ideas for costumes for
Sure.
groups.
I'll say you can just keep your roll from last time. Like, are you gonna try something new, or are you gonna try to keep the same thing going on?
Let's say keep the same.
Okay.
No, let's try something new.
Okay. Go ahead and make another charisma check then. Performance. And yeah, plus.
Oof. Oh man.
You're working with what you can, and
all right, perfect. I dressed you like a goblin.
Yeah, you kind of look at him for a second, and it just looks like a goblin, but now kind of painted like a clown. It's like, no, this won't work.
This one. Oh, do we have to do like an outfit montage?
A Pretty Woman montage.
Oh man, not going well so far. Critical miss. What happened when you did a critical
It's
miss?
just a lot of shaking head.
There's
It's like, nope.
Pretty
this one.
goblin.
Oh, I can't get a critical miss because I'm lucky.
Pretty goblin,
yeah. So there was like 3 instances of coming out in an outfit and saying no or thumbs down, and then the next one come out and there's kind of like a, yeah, I guess so.
Just a shrug.
Yeah.
Like I guess, like it's the exact one we had
Yeah,
before.
it's basically just yesterday's one.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, I love that. It's a montage that doesn't even like resolve in a positive way.
It's like, yeah, I guess you were okay just the way you were.
you spend a good part of like the morning and part of the like early noon just like trying to get Gurks looking right.
All right, and I think I want to take Gurks to a play.
Okay.
Awesome.
What play do you see?
Equus.
What did you say?
Equus.
Equus, sure, yeah, Equus.
What?
It's the one that with the naked Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh.
I don't know how that play goes, but
Me neither.
I guess you have a nice.
Don't take my suggestion.
I know that he rides a horse naked. That's about all I know about it.
You peep some Radcliffes, bro.
So you guys, you take Girks to the theater, and as the play is going on with the acting, and Girks, this is probably pretty strange to you.
Yeah, he doesn't get it.
As you're going on, there's just these people going on stage, and they'll like act really weirdly, and they'll have like fake swords and stuff like that. They'll pull out at points, and I don't know. They probably don't have swords in that play, but I don't know what it is. So. But yeah, just a lot of people acting strange in front of you for a while, and you paid money for this.
Just think of all the lime I could have gotten with the money I spent on this.
Plum Dunk, how you feeling? Are you just eating it up?
She's probably like accidentally heckling. She's like just making bad jokes the whole time.
Go ahead and make a performance check.
Cool. Performance.
10. All right. It's after a while that like you're kind of heckling randomly during the show, and the actors. Let's see. I'll roll for them too. Why not?
Do an acting roll.
They managed to keep it cool even during your heckling. However, you are eventually like asked by like an usher or like other people sitting around you, like it's every time you heckle, one person says shh. Next time you heckle, 2 people say shh. Next time you heckle, 4 people say shh. And it just goes to this whole scene of the whole theater just like shh, or you'll be asked to leave.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you guys have a day at the theater, and Kirk's just kind of come out a little bewildered, I think.
Like, that was weird and a little boring, and I don't understand what the story was, if that was one. Nobody actually fought.
Yeah, you could tell there wasn't any real blood.
How do you reply, Dunk?
Oh, okay. So it's the telling of a story of a psychiatrist who attempts to treat a young man who has a pathological religious fascination with horses.
They probably had a sword at one point in it.
It's British. It's got to have a sword.
By law. But
Daniel has that one sword.
So once again, your guys' evening comes.
I guess.
I imagine you've been spending a lot of time kind of perusing through the book.
Yeah, I've just been like kind of engrossed in it.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any tension like where we're staying our welcome from Abby in particular?
No.
Okay.
They in particular, like when you're there and as you get home again, she actually like kind of cracks a smile when you guys walk in. She says, "Oh, you're all here. Good, excellent." And you see that she's actually prepared another dinner.
Oh, okay. I want to do another insight check.
Okay. What are you trying to read?
Whether Girks enjoyed the play.
Okay. Oh yeah, he loved it. You guys had a great day at the play.
Yeah, we did.
You were really funny. Girks had a great time watching a play, and you made funny jokes. It's like watching MST3K, really.
Cool.
That was the lumpiest roll I ever saw.
I want to get us drinks afterwards. Yeah.
But I'll let you guys decide. What does Abby make for your guys' dinner tonight?
She makes a roast beast.
A roast beast.
We can't tell what the beast is, but it is bestial.
And very tender. Cut that baby with a fork.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that, and she's actually bought a pretty decent wine as well with her. Like it's pretty impressive for people that are into wine.
Oh, Nicobar loves wine.
Yeah. So she actually gets a pretty impressive vintage. But with that, and it's like she's prepared like a full meal with you for full dessert, and she says, "So, you leaving tomorrow?"
Yeah, so we should really get a move on.
Jarkle speaks up. Unless, of course, you need help doing whatever it is you do.
She kind of looks and she smiles and says, "Oh no, you adventurers, you have your things you must do, right? I'm sure it's very boring around here."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but it's been great.
You
It
sure to
is a
come
little
back.
slow.
Sure to come back when you get done with your adventure, right?
Of
Well,
course.
that's the plan.
Well,
mean-
if we can manage, sure, yeah.
Exactly, if we can manage. Flump is excited, but this shouldn't be too hard. We most likely won't die.
And
I think
Jaren,
everybody's sleeping.
Jaren comes downstairs and he's just like, happy to see you guys. He like, as he goes up to you in particular, Jarkle, he like holds out his hand in front of you, like to shake your hand.
Oh, Jarkle shakes it heartily.
Yeah,
He enjoys it.
yeah. You guys have a moment together as you shake hands and he smiles. He like does a finger gun towards you and then he sits down for dinner.
I enjoyed it.
Oh.
But yeah, you guys have one last good evening of company. There's probably a lot more like ire talk and I don't know. What do you guys talk about? I think this might be a good point for another one of these questions. Let's see.
I feel like Flump should be the mechanism that we distribute questions through.
Yeah, which one does Dunk bring up next? Evan, I'll let you choose another one.
All right. Well, all right, everyone. So you know my nickname, Flump Dunk.
You know me.
But do you all have a fun thing I can call you?
Nicobar doesn't even answer. He's looking at his wine he's been sipping on.
Well, if you're not going to answer, I'm just going to call you Sourpuss.
Nicobar shoots you the most unpleasant look in the world. He hates you right now, man. Look at him.
Jarkle tries really hard not to laugh. Like he turns away and is like holding his mouth. It's like the funniest thing that's ever happened, and he's trying so hard.
Nicobar takes a slow, like, calculated sip of his wine. He's still looking, not breaking eye contact with Flump Dunk.
And she turns to Gurks. Gurks, do you want us to call you anything other than Gurks? Gurks?
I think Gurks is pretty happy with Gurks. Usually it's follow with things like Gurks no or Gurks please go back. So Gurks is happy with just being called Gurks.
All right, Gurks. You're Gurks to go.
You're still good at this.
All right, big fella. What about you? Is there like some pronunciation of your original Titan name you want us to call it you by, or?
He lets out like a long sigh. First of all, I'm a Goliath, but I really appreciate being called a Titan. It's a pretty good compliment, actually, if unintentional.
Oh, sorry. I think I got confused. I was thinking of how I was gonna make a joke out of our key phrase about a Titan, and anyway,
Gauntlet Titans. The Gauntlet Titans.
Can we fashion you some gauntlets too, so I can? Oh no, that's too much work. Okay. What? Can I call you? Yeah, I could come up with a fun name if you.
Jarkle just pats her. Where I come from, I have many names. All right.
Which one's your favorite?
Oh, I know my least favorite, and that's not being said out loud.
Is it Jarkle? I'm sorry.
No, it's not Jarkle. Do not worry. Okay, nickname was Bearclaw. No one ever used that because we just stopped using it once we were accepted by the missionaries. You can call me Durock if you want. That's my actual name.
Durock. Okay,
Durock.
okay. Okay.
Or Bearclaw, or Jahar Call, which is my actual name.
Wait, no, you just said Durock was your actual name.
Okay, Jahar Cole is my family name. It's my heritage, but it's the name I've adopted Durock, and he kind of like goes into some like really like nitty gritty, like, well, in Goliath culture, we're given this many names at this age, and by the end of it, it's really, I don't know if
So
you
which
actually
one's your favorite?
care. He lets out a really deep sigh and then pats you on the head again. My favorite nickname's Jarkle.
All right, I'll call you Yarkle.
So we got Sourpuss, Yarkle, and Gurks to go.
My name is Jose. I'll call you Josie. How about that?
All right.
Flump and the Dunks were ready to go.
So you guys have one
You
last
should have
good.
stuck with Death Stab. Death Stab was a good name.
Another good night for the Ivory cast as everyone once again rests for the evening, and your assigned ones. I assume you probably have a conversation that you don't want to use the bed upstairs, Jarkle, or do you just kind of continue?
Jarkle's just sleeping outside, probably like on the patio near the front door.
I got dibs on the bed tonight.
Jarkle's roughing it.
Yeah, Jaren seems to be willing to let you have the bed tonight. You get to sleep in like a bed that's way bigger than you're used to, so you're just like sprawled all the way across it.
Or like maybe it's smaller than she's used to. She's like has a giant luxurious bed.
Oh yeah, back home.
We're just very excited to go back to his
She just has a whole room that's her bed, basically.
Right.
Makes a big pillow fort. As only a Flump Dunk would.
But as you guys wake up in the morning and have a good breakfast with spirited conversation once more, your adventure lies ahead of you today.
I have I returned my library book already?
No, you have that for a couple weeks.
Okay, well I'm fucking taking it.
Yeah, you're taking it with you.
I'm gonna add. How much
You're
is
gonna
it?
rack up those library fees.
Better be back in 2 weeks.
How much does it weigh? Should I put it on my weight?
Weighs 1.
Okay.
1 book.
1 pound of knowledge.
Are books the perfect like measurement of weight? Can everything be measured in books? I can carry like 600 books.
Okay. Just for future reference, knowing that I have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's actually pretty far away, so it's actually going to take you probably a few weeks to get down there. Oh, no. You can do it much faster than that. Okay. It's probably going to take you at least like 3 days or so. 2 or 3 days to get there.
Okay.
But
I love the few weeks thing because you were like game over in 24 days, and that's like, oh, by the way, 24 days to get there. Like,
yeah.
You better figure it out fast.
Fucked up.
You guys shouldn't have taken that extra day. Sorry. You got to restart from the beginning. So you guys are in a camp in prison. Garrett, you still outside? No.
You died.
Dirk charges in against blood.
Not this time, motherfucker.
Flump Dunk's lost in the woods.
All right. So I think what we'll end on here for tonight, since it is 11. You guys are traveling out. You've said your goodbyes to Abby and Jaren. You've gathered up your supplies and everything that you're bringing with you. And you begin making your way south down towards Burdusk, or the town that you're going to known as Nerseem. Along the way, you come across a post that has been put up with a part where the path splits. You're probably only a couple hours away from Nerseem at this point after a few days of travel. Shenanigans that have happened during that time, you guys can decide for yourself. But as you come across the post, on it is a wanted poster.
Hurdy-gurdy.
Anyone want to read that?
Posted below is a bulletin that reads, wanted for multiple crimes against the town of Niceem. The benevolent Duke Callahan is offering a small fortune to any brave souls willing to confront the Etin, known as Hurdy-gurdy. Hurdy-gurdy. Last known location to be spotted in a cave nearby Falling Path. Please deliver the bounty to Callahan Manor in Narseem for inspection and reward. So that's You gotta. Let's see what this zoom in will do. Okay, there we go. Boom. You get a reward of 200 gold pieces for one head, but you get a whopping more than twice 500 gold piece for both.
Nice.
Boom.
Hmm.
I'm getting both heads, man. I don't know about you guys.
Stop it.
I'm going for that.
Is that what you say in Nikabaran character? I'm going for that.
No. Okay, so.
Oh yeah, Nika, we're gonna get some hits.
I'm gonna knock some heads.
Where is it on the map?
If you look at, I should really put this in actual Roll20 so I can point it out in there too. But if you look south of Churaud and north of Burdusk.
Yeah, I see St. Fram's and there's
right. You're before that. You're probably like 2/3 the way towards Burdusk is when you're getting to Nurseem along the river there.
East or west of the river.
It's west side of the river. But this is a few hours before you actually get Nurseem. There's this path that kind of branches off, and and basically this bounty is saying in a cave on the path that this forks towards. This is where the Eden has been seen before.
Gerdy.
So it's a question of, do you guys go straight to Nurseem, or do you decide to look into the Zetan bounty? You have been told in your dossier that the Duke Callahan is the Duke that resides within Nurseem.
Okay. I think it would be like a sign of like if we were to slay this creature and bring its heads in, you can make the case that it would give us great favor in their court and allow us more political and social leverage.
Jarkle nods to this.
Well, I don't know. Like, do we know what the Zetan's done? Maybe we should talk to it first. See,
all the more reason to confront it.
Like,
exactly.
Yeah, let's go say hello.
I agree. We should make sure that its intentions aren't noble and that we are not cogs in a terrible machine. We are here with the forces of good.
Like, what do we even know about this Duke Callahan?
Exactly, Flump Dunk. But we cannot rest on our laurels. We must act, and as such, we should look into.
They are paying good coin, seems, for a head or two.
Well, slow your rolls, silly sourpuss.
Nikabar was resting his hand on his mace, but now he's sort of like gripping the handle of it a little bit. Causing the leather to kind of like make that creaking sound.
Jarkle looks at that like a little bit menaced of like, oh no.
We can't claim a reward if we don't do something, and we can't. I don't want to hurt anyone that hasn't done anything wrong.
Flump Dunk, we are not hurting anyone. We're just investigating the situation and seeing how we can help.
All right. Well, maybe if we can have both heads still attached to the body.
They don't specify what condition of the heads they need to be, so sure.
All right.
Well said. Maybe if we bring him in alive, they'll change their ways and they'll all come to an agreement and be friends.
Maybe it has more than 2 heads and we can get more.
Regardless, let's do this. Let's go find this hurdy-gurdy.
All right.
Hurdy-gurdy and Donovan.
So departing on the path down, you do eventually come across a area in which it comes into like a hillside. It seems that the path goes directly towards what appears to be a cave opening that you guys see, and it's time to move you guys to a new map.
Yay!
Clapping.
Clapping.
There we go. I can move over this way.
The guys who made some progress.
Clapping.
We did.
Clapping. We left town.
We're gonna get into a fight, and it's gonna be like, oh god, I forgot how this worked.
Oh, you know, 3 hours to leave town. Oh look, hey, it's
I had to drag you guys over multiple maps, so
my beautiful daughter. No.
as you guys, I should probably switch the music out now.
Nah, I think this is still appropriate.
No, this is the Turner Nursing music.
I can recognize that music.
So you guys come across what does appear to be a fairly big cave opening. However, it appears to be covered by a couple of boulders that have been drug in front of the cave opening.
Oh, there it is. I was gonna ask you to drag our camera because I couldn't find that, but I see it now. Well, what am I supposed to the front? I'm not Gert. I'm not Gerbil.
You're just kind of wherever I threw you on the floor. All right. And as you guys stand in front of the cave, go ahead and make survival checks.
Oh, that's on the character sheet. That's the one to post there. Survival. Oof.
Oof.
Oof. I've been rolling incredibly tonight. I've only rolled crits in this.
Nikobar and Jarkle in particular. As you guys are walking along and you're seeing the ground, you can see very obvious tracks that have been going between here and there. You see multiple tracks though, like it appears like there's like long, wide tracks that seems to suggest that something's been dragged. You see big feet prints of a very large humanoid. And when you get up to the boulders here in front of the cave, it looks like these like huge boulders have been dragged in front of the cave wall, door.
Nikobar goes to assess the rocks in front of the door.
Okay.
And Jarkle kind of follows him just cautiously, like just watches back.
As you're peering in, you notice that it's pretty effectively covering the inside or the entrance to the cave. You can't even like really make anything outside of like what's beyond the rocks at all.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. I report that to my party members, and then I see if I can move any of the smaller rocks.
Around the rocks around the area on the ground, there's only a number of like really small rocks, nothing like big or anything. But as you like pick them up, you get a couple of small stones.
Okay. I look over to Jarkle and I kind of think like to myself, he probably can't move these boulders. And then I ask him, you think you could push these?
Oh, Jarkle kind of like presses himself up against it a little bit, just enough to see if it gives way.
Okay. As you push towards it, like the rock itself is incredibly heavy, and to actually push this thing and move it would take some real effort. You're not, you can't do it so easily.
Jarkle kind of lets out a breath. All right, I can do this. How do we all feel about this? Any other ideas? I feel bad just walking into someone's home unannounced, but we are here to kill them, so.
Well, I have a slow answer to this question. We could camp out nearby and wait for them to emerge. Although this could be a dumping ground, and we may not see anyone for several days.
Was there a time limit on our other mission?
24 days, I think.
No.
Yeah, 24 days is fair.
Jargle's going to push against the rock to see if he can move it. Oh, shit.
No.
As you push against the rock and like give it your all, like this thing is not even budging, and you feel like you could be moving it, but there seems to be something actually like pushing against you moving it any further. Like not only is it incredibly heavy, but it's like set in place somehow.
Oh, can I do a ritual cast of detect magic?
Yeah, you want to take 10 minutes to get out your book and get that going?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as you're what does it look like when you do this ritual?
She's gonna hit her board against the ground.
Okay, you hit the board against the ground.
For like 10 minutes.
As you're reciting some kind of spell or something.
Yeah.
You're hitting your book with a 2x4.
Yes.
And you're pretty sure this is how you're supposed to do your magic. And as 10 minutes cast, you're pretty sure you get your spell off, but you don't notice any magic around you, it doesn't seem. You don't see any colors. Maybe you see like some white lights because you've hyperventilated a little bit, but there doesn't seem to be any magic around you.
For good measure, she smacks it for an extra minute.
Okay.
Nicobar is just like, his head shaking and his hand is like covering his eyes. He's just
well,
like,
it's not set in place by magic.
Oh my god, it's so good. Thank you, Evan. Fuck.
So, all right. Let's. I wanna walk up and cast light on the rocks.
Okay. Let's see.
Like maybe it'll startle whatever's on the other side.
As you cast light on the rock, as it brightly shines, go ahead and Jarkle and Gurk make perception checks.
Okay. Nice job.
All right. So as a rock suddenly like brightens up and it like kind of shines in your eye for a second, the area around you gets a little brighter, and you kind of like look away from the rock. And as you do, you notice off in the bushes to the east there, you think you notice like a small gathering of rocks that seem out of place over here.
Gurks, do we kind of share a look? I think we kind of like can tell.
Yeah, I think definitely Kirk's just kind of like turns his head around and looks at Jarkle.
All right. Jarkle's going to start moving forward. I assume you do too. He's going to move to like over here to investigate.
Where's my token? There it is.
So what do we see here?
All right. So as you go up to that bush, you're peering a little closer. It's over here.
Oh, over there. Sorry,
Yeah.
I couldn't see that.
Okay. You kind of like grab onto the bush and pull it back, and as you look behind, you notice that there's like a couple of rocks that have been put in front of it's a decent sized hole. Like you think Jarkle, you probably had the hardest time getting in there, but Gurks, you could like readily fit in there. Flumtuck could probably readily fit in there. Nicobar would have to squeeze, but he could probably get in there. But there's some rocks in the way. Smaller rocks than the other ones, obviously.
Jarkle walks over and pats Flumpdunk on the back and says, "Hey, do you find yourself to be a stealthy individual?"
Oh, very.
And he shakes his head. No, he nods his head, and then he kind of walks back and says, "Gurks, why don't you do this one alone? Gurks, why don't you get on in there?"
I was about to say, Nicobar like shakes his head like kind of vigorously over at Jarkle.
And Jarkle just like nods very slowly, like, "Yep."
Gurks doesn't say anything. He just takes a deep breath. Just like, I guess I'm doing this.
Jarkle stops Gurks. If you need help, give us some sort of a sign if you need help, and we can probably get past the boulders in a hurry. What?
By boulders,
Maybe yell something.
I mean a firmly locked door. The boulders.
That's true. I'm trying to give him hope.
She would probably actually be alright at stealth since the dex.
Right. And I just want to make sure he has like a yelly thing to say, like a panic word.
I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you if she like takes note of what Jarkle says, and it's just like, wait, what are you talking about? Or if she's just like, oh, okay, bye.
Oh no, I think she's just like, yes, I'm very good at stealth, and just like doesn't think anything. I just think he's making conversation.
Okay. And, yeah, Jarkle, you're just like, maybe not.
If you want to do this alone, you can get Flump involved. Or what do you feel? This is your mission.
She did take you to see that play yesterday.
You are best friends now. He says, patting Girks.
Do you want to spend more time?
Scout's can do this by himself. If anything happens, Girks will run back out.
All right, go ahead then. Just know that.
Can I pick up a stick and cast light on it and hand it to Girks?
Oh, Girks can see in the dark.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
Girks has dark vision.
can I still do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I love the idea that you heard that entire conversation. You're just like absently now giving him the stick.
Yeah, you followed Jarkle over and you heard the entire thing that he just said to Girks, but you just hand him a stick that's light. And...
Go for it.
Okay. He kind of looks at it, and then she's like, he shrugs and puts it on the floor. And
Nicobar's standing over there next to the rock with his arms crossed. Oh, here he comes.
He's still got his arms crossed, though.
But yeah. So I guess Girks tries to stealth his way in.
Okay. Yeah, with Jarkle's help, you're able to move the rocks out of the way.
Right, and the light would just be alerting others to where he is.
I mean, he left the stick because he's like, I don't know why I need this.
Oh, okay.
And let's see here.
Jarkle pats Flump. If he's gone too long, you can go after him. And then if you're gone too long, Nicobar can go after him. And then we're screwed.
I look over at Jarkle like, yeah, okay.
There it is. The path opens.
There's maybe an understanding between us that you would not actually do that.
All right.
You did roll survival, not stealth.
Oh, that's okay.
Saved
I
by
mean,
the-
it's still the same. It's still the same modifier. I clicked
Oh,
that
it
by
is.
mistake, but it's still the same modifier. Yeah, it's still a +3. But I want to use my title chaos.
Okay. What are you doing?
Huh?
What were you doing exactly?
Oh, I was rolling for stealth. I clicked survival by mistake. But
I
was,
see.
I was
Okay. I was wondering, it was like survival. What?
Yeah, no, it's the same modifier.
Okay.
They're next to each other. I just have +3 and I clicked it.
So you use your
So-
title chaos.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my dice of chaos to get advantage. Yep, I guess it's still at 12.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully that's always enough. But
You have
Girks goes
inspiration
in.
from last game, I think, if you want to use that.
What was that?
I think you have inspiration still. If you want to use it here.
No, I used my inspiration last time. Oh,
Oh, you did? Oh.
fingers are waiting for some reason.
Oh no.
At least I had something that I noticed and I started scratching it and I was waiting.
Girks,
Anyway.
start walking into the dark unknown. And do we want to continue this now, or do we want to call it for now? How
I'll
do
leave
you
it to
feel?
everybody else. I don't have to be up early. It's
I'm
up
good
to
to
you guys.
stay up I'm good to stay up till 12 if people want to keep the game going for a little bit.
All right, Evan, Nico, baby.
I can stay up. I'll be yawning, but I can stay up. until 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can stay up. Evan, how do you feel?
A bit sleepy, but I can.
Okay. Well,
I can
We'll-
keep
we'll
it.
I don't feel like you guys have to do this.
Well, tell us if anyone gets like too tired or anything.
yeah. If anyone needs to stop, we'll stop. But I don't mind keeping this going for just a little bit longer.
Okay.
We actually got to the adventure today.
I was sure we weren't going to.
All right. And as you step into the darkness,
All right. I'm just gonna move with the arrows, and you tell me when to stop.
Jarkle's gonna stand over here by the door.
Oof, bunch of wind coming out.
as you creep into the darkness, you come into a room within the dim light. You notice something in the room, but you're not sure exactly what it is.
Before I proceed any further, I kind of just wanna.
Man, Phoenix should
Check.
really be the one sharing his screen right now.
Yeah.
I guess I can. Am I not showing my screen? I forgot if I stopped it. I'm sharing my screen. I guess if you guys want to take a look at that.
I'll present him.
And I guess before I go any further, as I make it to the room, I kind of just want to check the place around, see if I notice anything.
Okay. Yeah, stepping in this room in the dim light, you're unable to really see the depth of this room. I need to turn off this light. It's hard to see. In the dim light of your dark vision, you do make some kind of mass figure on the west wall, and on the east, it seems to go deeper and darker.
Does it look just like a fake figure? Does it look like anything's moving in there?
And what?
Does it look? Is it just like a vague fear, or does it look like anything's moving?
It doesn't look like anything's moving, no.
Okay. I guess I'll approach it very slowly.
Okay.
And I'm gonna. I don't know. I guess I'll be ready to bolt if anything seems to run towards me or move towards me.
Yeah, in the dim light of your dark vision, you make out what appears to be a number, like a big. You think it might be like a large fungus or something. It looks like it's a bunch of mold or something on the cave wall there. You see around it, there appears to be a bunch of like dust or dirt and stuff like that, and vaguely within the like area of it, you see what appears to be like kind of hand shapes reaching out of like the disintegrated matter.
And not actual hands, just like hand shapes.
They appear to be like shaped like hands. Yeah, like they're like falling apart and appear to be made of like some kind of brittle material, but it's hard to make out in the dark.
I guess we're too late. Who's my guess?
Two Gurks. Oh, same.
Yeah. This place is huge. He, I guess, just a little bit closer.
Okay. As you begin stepping up closer to it, you make a perception check.
Yikes.
So while you were like walking up towards it, you are kind of really pays close attention to this mass on the wall. And as you step up a little bit closer to it, you notice like there's one particular part. The whole thing seems to be like pulsating just slightly. And as you step up close to it, you see one particular mass of it, like seems like an eye opens on the mass as it begins looking like around. Seems to be looking around, but doesn't seem to have like locked onto you yet.
Okay. It's just an eye?
It seems to be a large eye, yes.
Okay. That is creepy as fuck. So Curse is going to slowly back away and report his findings. And he moves, and he moves, and he moves.
Suddenly, the giant mass erupts from the wall and runs at you.
Yeah, as you leave, you kind of like lose track of the like finer features of the mass on the wall, and it doesn't seem to follow you or make any noise or do anything as you leave.
Let's head out. Where's Jarkle?
He's over by the boulder. He's like kind of pushing on over a little bit.
So I guess there's Satsu, Nikobar, and Plumdunk. So Gurks didn't find any two-headed giants, but Gurks found a giant mushroom and giant eye. I don't think this is what we're supposed to hunt, so maybe we should just leave.
Oh, okay.
What on earth are you rambling about?
Well, there was a big mushroom and it had a big eye. And he doesn't think that this is what we should be, what was the bounty was for.
That doesn't make any sense.
Charcoal notices you guys in waves and starts walking over.
Very enthusiastically waves back.
So nothing useful, huh?
Unless everybody else wants to check it out, but there's an eye just as big as him. And he points at Jarkle.
Charcoal laughs. That can't be true. There's no eye as big as me.
Maybe it wasn't as big, but it was pretty big. I've never seen an eye as big as that one.
Well,
did it see you?
It was looking for something. I did not see Gerks. Not that Gerks knows.
Did you notice the texture of the mushroom?
Moss-like a tree.
Can I do a
nature check?
Nature check on that.
Yeah, do it with disadvantage. Because you're getting a very hearsay description.
Right.
Very broken telephone kind of thing.
Yeah. You're kind of going through a bunch of mushrooms in your mind, and you've never heard of a mushroom that's moss-like.
Okay. I'm just thinking that this dude does to know it, his flora.
Well, we could go in and ask it.
What you do know in this area is that the tracks on the ground seem to heavily suggest that this is most likely where the bounty target is.
Okay.
And as you look at the hole, you think you could probably squeeze in there if you really had to. Like, wouldn't be comfortable, but you could definitely like move through it.
Right.
And so, Gerks, did you approach the door at all, or try to move whatever's blocking it? Because there's something in the way of these boulders I can't quite move.
Gerks didn't find a way to get to the door. There's the giant eye in the way.
Oh, the eye's there? And he's kind of like startled. Like he was just pushing against it, like, oh.
How much trouble would it be for me to squeeze in there?
I mean, it would be difficult terrain. That would be the most of it.
Gotcha.
Is it just? I guess it's worth mentioning if Gerks noted. Was it just the tunnel? Like when he got to the room? I mean, I guess the thing is pretty big.
Yeah, it was actually much bigger once you got in there itself. But the initial squeeze through that cave was a little squat.
Okay.
I just had a terrible idea. If any of you want to join me, what if instead of pushing the boulder, I tried pulling it?
Oh, you were pushing the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh.
Should I not have been? I don't.
We could use Flumpdunk's wood piece, her board, to create some leverage out of the boulders.
Oh, that's not to be used for that. Thunk is for thunking.
The thunk board.
You could break it.
That's true.
How do we
breaking.
all feel? Understand that if I do that, we may be in a fight with a gigantic fungal monster. I don't know how you feel about
Nicobar
this.
is curious about the eye now.
Once you get past the tunnel, the room is pretty big. If you want to check it out.
Let's see. What's my stealth like? It's not bad, but it's not great. Okay, well, I'll give it a try.
Say Gerks.
Mm-hmm.
Without saying anything, I kind of move
You think it
towards
looks flammable?
the hole here and make my way through the cave.
Okay. Begin
Does it look
heading into
flammable?
the cave.
Maybe. Oh no, Nick.
Nicobar begins crawling away as Gerks is cut off.
I want to say none of us noticed that. Yeah, Jarkle's pondering and pulling a boulder.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Can I actually real quick cast Divine Sense standing next to the boulder? I want to see what that does.
Yeah, as you kind of hone in on your senses, looking for any kind of undead or anything within, like, what, 60 feet of you is a range?
Or yeah, or
Once
just any
I
strong
enter
people.
the inside of the cave, do I notice any particular smells?
Yeah, within 60 feet of you, you don't notice anything in particular. And yes, Nicobar, as you're crawling into the cave, you do get the, like, very familiar scent of decay as you crawl into the cave.
Okay.
It's like a strong mold.
Okay.
Decay.
I kind of like slowly walk along the edge of the cave here,
As you have your hand up against the wall as you walk along.
Oh, apparently my screen is not sharing anymore, so I guess you should switch to someone else.
Yeah, I guess I could switch to Nicobar.
If you need to, I can start sharing too.
Well,
I guess Nicobar is the one exploring.
He's the one
Yeah.
exploring right now, so.
That's fair.
Oh, you don't see that far. Yikes.
Yeah, Nicobar doesn't have dark vision.
Oh, there's that stick.
Technically has more dark vision than he should, but I like to imagine it's sort of like, when you adjust to the dark and you can kind of see.
Right.
But
Can I cast a prestidigitation and to create a light, or should I just?
It doesn't
work like that?
No, it doesn't make a light.
I think you probably have a torch or a candle, depending.
You could have
on
taken the
your-
stick that was still on the ground lit up.
It's true. Or you probably have a candle or something.
Hold on. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
You have the priest pack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do a
Create an
candle.
image. You can't make a light. Okay, never mind. What was it? You can take. The candle.
You have 10 candles in a priest pack.
All right, I lit the candle.
Okay. Let's say it's that. Okay. You light the candle. As you
Just
light the
scroll underneath
candle,
the
you
screen.
see within the dimness of it, the smell of like mold and decay is getting a lot stronger as you can kind of see and dimly lit in the candle to your north there. There seems to be something along the ground in the dust, as well as like what would appear to be a number of, like I said before, hands that are reaching up out of it, mostly decomposed.
Are they like reaching out, like grasping away from, or are they grasping towards the rot?
They're grasping away from it, like they're coming out of it.
Oh, I see. Okay. Huh. Hold on. Let me look at my spells real quick. Got. No. Nope. Okay. Very well. Okay. I sort of kind of try to get a little closer to the rot so I can get like a little closer to it.
No.
Like it wasn't like that.
Okay.
Nico, why?
As you step up there, right next to the rot, you can kind of see dimly in the light as it like just barely blinks off of like what appears to be a large eye looking directly at you. As it sees you, a sudden poof of spores shoot up from the ground or from around the fungus, as you just can't help but inhale a bunch of it.
I thought you were going to phrase it as you just can't help but make a Constitution saving throw.
Not in this case. There's no saving throw. 1 second here. Okay. As you like inhale the spores, you kind of like cough, and it feels kind of awful for a second. But you get a familiar feeling in your mind that you experienced the other day with your like mind opening up, and it seems to happen again. And you feel this like weird emotion of fear kind of wash over you. Like you can feel the fear, but you're not experiencing it yourself. And you hear within your head, "Hello, hello, hello," in your mind.
Okay. Is it like someone calling to me, or someone calling in general to like whoever's nearby?
It seems like it's just saying hello, and it's resonating through your mind. Like you're thinking the word, but it's in somebody else's voice, which you've experienced before.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think back. Are you this? Are you? Let's see.
All right, I forgot the music. Oops. What do you ask?
Have you been consumed by this rot, or are you this rot?
The rot. My progenitors. They gave themselves to me. Who are you? Who? What?
I am merely a curious adventurer looking to learn about interesting specimens like yourself.
Adventurer. What's adventurer?
Those who wish to see which cannot be seen from their home.
Home. I don't have a home. We lost our home. I don't have enough to go on. They wanted me to bring about a new generation, but there's not enough.
Well, what does that mean? New generation. What do you mean by that?
My progenitors. They gave everything to have one last chance. But there's not enough. Make an intelligence check.
Okay. Make a smart check.
Janae, how long has Nikobar been gone at this point?
Fuck.
He's probably been gone for a few minutes now. You probably noticed by now, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe Jarkle goes over to Gurks and Gurks, could you go check on Nikobar? He's not. I don't hear anything.
Oh no, Nikobar! Oh no! Oh no!
As you guys notice, that Nikobar's nowhere to be found. As Gurks, you run in there.
I just
He's not trying to be stealthy right now, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh really?
As you
Yeah,
walk
just
in,
pat
Nikobar, you hear behind you the sound of like pitter patter. As you see Nikobar standing fairly close to the large mass off in the dim light, or at least you see his humanoid figure.
I was just thinking, oh no, he got him! He got him!
And as you get close, you see that he's just standing in this like an area of spores that are all around him.
The spores are still around him.
Yeah. Nikobar, at this point, you probably hear Gurks like rushing up behind you, though.
Okay. I vocalize. These spores don't appear to be harmful in any way. They just seem to be a way for this creature to communicate with those around it.
I guess Gurks has a big sigh of relief.
It's saying a lot of really confusing and conflicting information. I haven't really been able to garner anything so far.
And you hear in your mind, help. Help.
One thing's for sure, it did definitely want some help with something.
All right. Slump Dunk's coming in after.
Okay.
Slump Dunk following after.
Jarkle sees it. He's like, no, Slump Dunk, no.
Jarkle, you just kind of stand outside kind of awkwardly.
Jarkle just approaches the boulder and kind of taps his foot anxiously.
How can we help?
Oh, but she's gonna take the stick with light on it. Let's say.
Okay, so you turn on the stick of light as you walk in.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Flumpy new MOBA.
As you step inside with like the brightest light in the room.
Hey guys.
Man, does the giant eye wince when it sees it?
Yeah, it like seems to like close up a bit and closes as its eye goes towards Flum Dunk. Bright, too bright. As Nikobar, you're the only one that hears that.
Flump Dunk, lower your flame.
Oh, it's a stick.
Whatever it is, it's making too much light and it's making our host very uncomfortable. Would you mind putting it?
Oh,
making
sure.
it dimmer?
Yeah, you put it out.
Yeah, I'll put it out. I'm just like in the middle of the room. Wait, hold on. I can see the candle from here, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and turn that on. I didn't make it so everyone could see that. There we go.
All right, I'll make my way over there then.
Get lost in the dark all of a sudden.
I dropped my glasses. No.
I kind of I make an effort to like try to see all the hands, like if they're all of like different races, or if it's kind of like if I can discern it at all.
Getting a closer look at them, you notice that all of them are fairly like large and round to be human hands, and a lot of them just have like all of them seem to have 3 fingers and a thumb.
Interesting. So would they be like trolls or something?
Make a nature check.
Okay.
History work too.
Shit. Now I'm rolling
you
bad.
can make a history check, Dunk.
I mean, I don't have. Oh, I do have that. Okay.
I think it's one of your best skills.
Oh
yeah.
my
Holy
God.
shit.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
In the time that you saw the light shine on the creature,
Mhm.
You recognize, like, you think that what you just saw there was a myconoid spawn. I don't know if you've seen them before in caves or have heard of them in tales or read about them in your books. But them in particular, they're fungal creatures that tend to be fairly peaceful. For one to be like this, though, you know that this kind of colony is usually to become multiple new myconids.
Mhm. But there wasn't enough, it said. But I didn't hear
But when
that.
you saw in the light, you saw like all the decay around it.
Okay.
You would assume that's all matter that it's consumed so far.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
Seems you and I are of the same desire to acquire more of what we don't already have.
It says, more.
Yes, you are very enlightening with your conversation. And I kind of walk to the side.
And you, as it says more, where you had that sense of fear before, and then you had curiosity. Now you get the sense of like hunger. Like you almost feel hungry even though you're not.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, "Can you give me more?"
Personally, I'm fresh out of that kind of offer at the moment. I can't really offer you myself, as I need myself. But you know, I can tell you one thing. You won't get anyone sitting in here in the dark. That's for sure.
I can't leave.
Hey, Sourpuss, I have an idea.
Yes, what's your idea?
Well, if hurdy-gurdy's a baddie, and no good him, maybe we can help our Myconids out.
You know,
We just need the heads, right?
that's the smartest thing you've said all day. and I look over and
it actually like picks up your thoughts as you're having this conversation with Flumdunk, and you see his eyes like widen and says, "You help me."
You know,
You're, like fading in and out of like being able to articulate its thoughts, and
if we can.
I kind of help, sure.
No, you get this like feeling of gratitude and hope that kind of washes over you.
On that note, I feel like Jarkle's starting to flip out. Like he's like looking both ways and like sweating. I want to say now he's like pulling on the boulder. It's like, friends, I'm on my way. I'm on my way, and he's yelling as loud as he can.
All right, go ahead and make your athletics check.
Okay.
For shouting or for pulling?
You know, player's choice.
Rock
Choose
pulling.
Okay. Yanking on the boulder as hard as you can. You like get it to budge as you feel like pull against something. You feel something like snap as you begin to move the boulder a little bit, and you begin to get this idea that maybe you can like squeeze through if you really had to.
Jarkle instead like yells into the opening like, friends, friends, friends.
Yeah. You hear it like echo down the way, but you hear like a very kind of muffled. I'd say you probably hear it more accurately coming through like the other hole in the wall, as well as kind of coming through. It's really weird, but you can kind of hear Jarkle yelling as loud as he can.
Coming from the right side?
It's coming from kind of in a nebulous area, but it does seem to be coming from, that direction.
Okay.
If nothing happens, he's going to keep pulling the boulder.
Okay.
He's going to try to like dislodge it entirely.
All right, yeah. So as you're flipping out and pulling on the boulder as hard as you can, you eventually like manage to make it budge.
Should we go check on him?
Meanwhile, just friends, I'm coming, friends.
All right. Yes. All right.
Does he know where to find the giant?
The way is open to you enough that you're able to make your way in, Jarkle.
All right, he's going to get in there and he's going to take out. On one hand, he's going to pull out his torch. On the other, his battle axe.
Okay. Everyone else make a perception check.
Okay.
Perception.
Yikes.
Oof.
Flump Donkey, you're doing amazing right now.
You're killing it, yeah.
All right, yeah. So Flimtunk, you, everyone else, you kind of hear Jarkle's voice kind of trail off. Flimtunk, you're the main one that hear him like yell, and you hear like the grunting and sound and everything. Everyone, stop moving real quick.
Okay.
Am I not supposed to make it outside?
Yeah, you're not outside yet.
Okay.
You hear him yelling and like trying to make his way in, and you eventually like hear that he like stops. As you hear like his voice more clearly coming down through the like behind the fungus, but you're already like on your way out by then.
Oh.
And Jarkle, you make your way into the main cave here as you begin rushing in.
Right. I'm not sure it's like a rush. It's like a very cautious advance.
Okay.
It's a little slow because he's still cognizant of the fact that this is probably a very bad situation, but...
Okay. So I'll say that as they get outside, you probably make it to here as you see like a fork here. And that's when you guys come outside and see that Jarkle's not out here anymore.
And there's also a missing boulder.
The boulder is moved.
Right, yeah.
I look at the party and assume that everyone's kind of putting the pieces together, and like I walk towards the moved boulder.
Oh, he shouldn't have left.
Do you think you found another entrance?
Maybe he went to the sleepy town.
Oh, whoa! Those big boulders are.
But you probably see the light coming from in the cave as oh no, I don't have it on show. Whoops. There he is. You see him standing in the cave at a fork.
I would say he's trying to like peer across this narrow fork, like kind of peer around the corner of it.
All right. As you peer around, it seems to go off in a smaller path that you think you could crouch down into, but it's a lot tighter than out here. Out here seems to be tall enough for even you to stand up and straight.
Jarkle sighs and looks over this way and kind of moves this way a little bit.
You don't even notice everyone else behind you.
Yeah, I rolled a stealth check.
30 feet.
Flump did roll stealth. That's better than my passive perception, but I think Flump is invisible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you look down the other way, and the cave seems to go deeper, going down that direction.
So did Jarkle find the giant?
What was that?
Guess until he's... Yeah.
So did Jarkle find the giant?
You say that out loud?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you hear Gurk's behind you.
Jarkle turns around and sees all of you.
You see
happened?
you see Nikobar and Gurk, so you have no idea where Flumdunk is.
I don't see Flumdunk.
She's on the ceiling.
I approach Nikobar to in panic, and then I see Flumpdunk out of nowhere, and it flips me out. I fall backwards.
Don't sneak up on me.
Holy shit!
You just see her waving enthusiastically out of nowhere.
Yeah, at one point there's just shadow, and the next she's just waving, and it's the scariest thing.
big dumb smile on her face.
What happened? What happened?
I believe I've met with a mushroom creature. They called is looking for sustenance, and as a very charitable individual, I decided that I would help him. There was a good idea that was brought to my attention by a certain individual that we should maybe take the remainder of our two-headed Etten friend that we are hunting for.
Well, okay, if he's our friend, we're not gonna feed him. Tell the Mike and Ed.
Well, which is a better friend to you? Do you think?
Well, I don't want to hurt any friends.
Well, we have our friend who will pay us for the heads, as well as our fungal friend, apparently. That's 2 friends over 1.
Yeah, I don't think the Etten has anything to offer at this point.
We'll see. We'll have a conversation. You're very right, Plump. You spooky little thing.
What if spooky?
We will discuss this at another time. However, we must find this Etten.
That's a fun word. Maybe I can be like spook flump dunk spooky or spooky's flump dunk or something.
Maybe when Halloween comes around.
Or like Death Stabby.
Death Stabby.
That's Abby's secret band name. She actually goes. The secret is that she goes to a death metal club and performs under her band name Death Stabby.
She's like Sadie.
Secret is she's a Dota hero.
Is there a Dota character that's just called Death?
There's Death Prophet. There might have been a Death, I think, in original Dota, but they changed the name.
Or like Death Knight, maybe, because that would have been a
There's a
Warcraft.
Death Knight. I think there is
All
that,
right.
yeah.
So you guys have been reunited in the cave. Before you lies a fork in the road. What lies deeper in the darkness? Well, there's
Alright,
only one way to find out. Next time on Dungeons and Dragons in 2 weeks.
Good call. Because I was about to say I'm really sleepy.
Yeah, you know when we start
got
talking about Dota, that's kind of over.
Yeah, I
Like,
feel like we kind of lost the plot here, but
I'm struggling to roleplay right now.
yeah. But it was a good game, guys.
We had breakfast. We had dinner. We had a second dinner.
Saw a play.
dude,
Ate
really-
ate shitty cafeteria food. Got a library card. Had a full day.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Bye.